All right. Are we ready?
I think I'm gonna die soon.
I'm ready.
Hit it.
Here we go.
Gun show, best place to go to buy interesting things.
Just say complete silence.
Too sweet to be sour. Too nice to be mean. Head shaved fresh like Mr. Clean. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It is I, it is he, it is me. Slim with the tilted brim, P-double-D, E-Tep Wakuian of the Place to Be Reviews. Right here with you.
Epic fail.
And I just...
I'm so sorry.
And
I'm
I just
sorry,
got...
buddy.
I just got...
this.
Oh no, I
That
just
was
got...
the woke train coming through, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yep.
I just got hosed
All
by,
aboard the woke train.
by the
That's
woke
right.
train, and it was no bueno. Oh wow!
I'm sorry.
I had
I feel so
a
bad.
I had
That
a
was
good
awesome.
I had
That
a
was
good
perfect.
intro going there, but hey, it's all right. It's all good in the hood. Speaking of being all good in the hood, I'm gonna go over to my amazing co-host right now, Monica, in the train that probably just went by and dropped off about 50 hobos. Ladies and gentlemen, my co-host Monica.
Hey friends.
Oh, how's your night?
Dude, I could not hit mute fast enough. I was trying. I'm sorry. Don't fire me.
That was great.
Oh no.
I'm sorry. Okay, continue on.
That's so yeah, we have a big show tonight, and we are joined by the panel tonight, ladies and gentlemen, which consists of, and I will introduce them and then let them introduce themselves. First, my brother from another mother. He is a many-time guest on the show, and he's got an open door policy. Ladies and gentlemen, I speak of none other than the Groovinator. No? No
Hello?
Groovinator? The Groovinator?
I didn't hear. I thought you were still talking.
No.
What's up, Raiders? It's your boy, the Groovinator, the cynical cyborg. Rusty metal endoskeleton on the inside, big fat white guy on the outside. I'm a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and a whole lot of something else. But one thing's for sure is I'm guaranteed to ruin your Wednesday night.
Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. And next on the panel, he is another many-time guest of the program. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're talking about AK-47s, AR-15s, hand grenades, it might be him. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tap and Die.
I don't know if I can keep it right in this book because there's too many damn adjectives to go through.
Damn it.
Uh,
Oh wow! And he
Good
just
to be here.
It's good to have you back, brother. Good to have you back. And let's see. I see we got 3 people watching right now. I'm waiting for the chat to load here, as I've got a little bit of echo going on my phone. And rounding out our panel tonight, making his Place to Be Reviews debut, Mr. Linkle X7, Alex. How you doing, brother? Welcome to the Place to Be.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. And may I just say, I want to give a gift of balloons and apples to Monica.
oh no.
What the f-
Oh Jesus! Oh no!
What's those the things you hate?
Yes.
There we go.
Oh shit!
Well,
Pete, when that train came through and that sound came, you should have just ran with it and just pretend you were Diesel from W. Make it your theme music, man.
the problem with me pretending I'm Diesel is I'm gonna blow a quad if I try to get up off my couch.
I would have just said, "Oh, hey, there's the rest of my board coming right now." Just on time.
Yep, there it
Yeah.
is.
Make it like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Well, let's see what the people in this small town are doing.
Right.
Oh,
I'm not living that one down.
Never.
Only if we can live down.
Well, can you tell me what an adjective? Okay, well, when you can do that, I will let you live down.
Oh.
It's a horrible thing.
Very.
I'm still very concerned that Pete does not know what an adjective is, but yet he is editing
I know,
a
right?
story. Like, I feel like maybe you should know those in case you might want to use.
Just do what I do. Just look at Google whenever you can.
Yep. That's
He's
all
got.
you do. That's all you
He's
do.
doing a damn fine job editing.
Yeah, very good job.
I was gonna say I've sent the copy back to the author, and if the author's pleased, then I'm happy. Is you know, I'm not I'm just a simple man trying to make my way in the universe. You know, that's all there is to it. No, not a simple man. Do you want me, do you want me to, I'm not singing fucking Leonard Skinner. That is not happening.
Why not?
Because I can't
Copyright strike.
sing. Yeah.
Just like change every other word.
Like starting out
Dude,
with
we did show tunes that night that you dropped out for like 5-10 minutes. So
oh yeah, that was our first live stream when my computer crashed, like right in the middle of an article.
yeah, we were singing show tunes over here. So
That's why all the articles that we go through tonight, I will be opening up on my phone and not my not my computer because
before you do that, we have to announce the game for that.
oh yeah, I've got to go through the rundown of what we're doing this evening here. So before I get ahead of myself, our articles tonight, we're going to talk a little bit about the Black Widow writer and Jack Schaefer and her SJW tendencies, and then some rewrites that happened. Now, this article from Inverse we'll talk about just came out within the last week, and so I take it they've been shooting this already. And there's been rewrites done. So Jack Schaefer is still out here pretending that she wrote the final version of this movie that we're going to see in the theaters when this was already rewritten prior to February of this year. So we've got that on tap. We've got some bad news about Star Wars Galaxy's Edge attendance. Couldn't happen to a nicer group of
Is
people.
it though? Is it bad?
No,
Is
it's
it
not.
really
It's not.
It's bad at this point?
That is absolutely great news. And then we have Taco Tuesday insults fans a la Ruin Johnson. And for those of you who don't know, if I could talk, those of you fans who don't know who Taco Tuesday is, I speak none other than Taco Wakati or Tiki Wachuchu, Tiki Barber.
Dub.
Fuck him and his bad shirts and his bullshit.
I hate that man so much.
And
I
Yeah.
have no joke for that.
It's a shame, man. I used to like the guy. I thought I really liked what we did in the Shadows. It was a wonderful movie. And I kind of liked Thor Ragnarok. It was all right. But then I was looking forward to his next movie, not Thor related. And then he decided he's going to be one of those guys. I'm like,
On one note,
disappointed.
though, this did probably save the Akira live action movie.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I think I'll just stick to the anime. Fuck the live action.
I know. I'd rather do that too, but I just don't want to see Tiki Barber doing Akira.
Tiki Barber.
I do not want him.
I'm mad that I didn't come up with
no
that
live
one now.
action Akira. Fuck that.
You cannot turn Akira into a buddy comedy.
oh, he says challenge accepted. Tiki Barber sitting there going, "Hey, would you say I couldn't turn into a buddy company? Hey, yeah, bro. Watch this, huh? Sit down, have a beer, play some Fortnite, yeah. Get the password to log onto the Wi-Fi there. Stay away from New Master 69 and watch me fuck this Akira movie up royally, yeah. It'll be a bit dodgy."
Is he Australian?
He's a Kiwi.
That's why we call him Tiki the Kiwi.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I ran that impression by Chris Wicks, and he said the cadence and everything sounded pretty good on it. I'm like, he's Australian, but he knows a lot of New Zealanders, so I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, I got validation from the other side of the world. I'm like, I'll take it.
Kiwi frittata. We come from Mount Titicaca.
No, you gotta try. Oi, where's my TV? I can't possibly talk like Beavis with a Kiwi accent. That would just be like impossible. Alright, where's my frittata? That doesn't work.
It'll put your vocal cords in a knot if you're not careful.
Yeah. I do enough of that, doing all my damned impressions that I do anyway. Son of a.
That was good, Hank Hill.
Yep. Like I said, man, I'm gonna take this opportunity right now to I'm calling you out, Doomcock. You've got like 1,000,000 times more subscribers. Not really, literally, but you're at like what, a lot, and I'm at like 74. I got my subscriber back. I'm back to 74. So yay,
Yay.
Yay!
yay,
Got his
Yay.
mojo back.
I'll tell you, yeah, baby, I'm back.
Party
I
at Pete's house.
got my mojo back, baby. It's groovy, yeah. But no, really. I told Doom. I'll just welcome and greetings from the center of the earth. I am Dictor Van Doomcock. Greetings, Dominions and Doomentites. See, I mean, I don't even need a voice modulator, bro. I got
Holy
this.
shit, that was on point.
Yeah.
Damn.
You can do Harvey too.
Hi, Dictor. It's me, Harvey Cthulhu. Press the button, TM. See, I can do his whole shtick, man. I got this. If Doomcock ever
Wow.
needs like a live
Wow.
action, if he ever needs like a live action body double, I got this, man. Like,
Yeah, he needs a weekend off. He can call you up. He can just give you his script, and you just take a paycheck. Yeah.
Can you see how that'd go? It'd be like, no, E-tap.
I feel like you missed your call and with voice acting.
Of
course,
you know,
So I would take all his super chats.
oh yeah, I just tell him, dude, fuck that. You don't even need to pay me. I'm just taking your super chats, bro. I'm just taking your super
give me your
chats.
super-
Oh, let's see here.
They'll know it's not Dictor Van Doomcock if it can get through a super chat in less than 30 seconds. Most of his super chats take about a half an hour a piece.
That's why he's got to do super chat square up live streams that last 17
Dude,
hours.
he does streams for like 6 hours. I did fucking die. I thought I was
Wow.
going to fucking die. I can't stream that long. I can't talk that long. I can't do just can't.
No, what did we do? We did one episode on Anchor with Loudy that was 3 hours and 52 minutes. And
It was longer than Endgame, the movie,
Yeah.
including the credits.
Yep.
Was it the full Lincoln?
Oh yeah.
Is it,
It was
is
the
it
full.
longer than the re-release?
It was.
Yes, I
It
was
was.
so tired.
It was the full
And I
Lincoln.
had to pee so bad. I'm like, if we do not hang up, I'm going to be pissed.
It was
And they
like.
just kept like, you can
It was-
tell by like halfway through the episode, I'm just annoyed. I'm like, fuck you.
It was like the
Stop
Lawrence.
talking.
It was
Dude,
the.
when I
it was-
saw Endgame, I had to pee so bad at the end of that, and I'm standing down front. There was nobody else in the theater, and I'm like, all right, show me the damn thing at the end of the thing like you always do. And I'm standing there and I'm jumping up and down. I look like that troll face gif that you see on
Yep.
Facebook.
I know what you're talking about.
Stand there doing the pee-pee dance. I'm like, God damn it, just show me the thing so I can.
Yeah, that was me in my own living room because they wouldn't stop talking.
It was. That's me. That's how me and Loudy are, though. It's bad.
Monica, if I were in your position, I would invest in some wireless because it's just going to get worse.
Well, the problem
just
is I
say, "Hey,
can't,
I'll be right back."
when we're on Anchor, I can't mute my mic. So, yeah. I'm like, this is not good.
I will say this right now. Do you all know how many times I've went to the bathroom on Anchor with you? I've been in there and I can.
Yeah, I'm aware.
I can.
That's why you don't have to stop the stream.
Yep.
So that you can
He
go.
Just don't
Literally
ever
doesn't
continue to
stop the
stream
stream.
from the bathroom.
Literally.
Shit.
Literally and figuratively.
I think it was like the second.
Streaming? Are you streaming on the stream?
Yes, I am. The second YouTube stream we did, I just picked my laptop up and went in the bathroom. I'm just gonna set this on the counter.
Wow.
Wow.
We got
My
class.
boss,
YouTube.
everybody.
Hey, this is. I'm the
You are
product.
way too comfortable to share that.
I am a product of the finest finishing schools on the Eastern Seaboard. They taught me how to walk with books on my head. And I'm going to send the group chat a picture right now. I am sitting in my office on my couch staring at my computer right now. I am not in the bathroom as we speak. But I am there. I am in my office. But yeah, there you go. So I am in my office. Not the office, my office with my toys and things in it. That's where I come to play with my toys. So should we start the show?
I would think. I was waiting.
I
mean,
thought we were
was that
already in
all
the
the
middle of it.
We was
We-
on
we-
a good track, and then that train just happened.
Oh my God.
Train right off the rails.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
that was
good
last night. It literally fell off the rail last night. It
Woo-woo!
was horrible.
Wait. Hey, David Applegate's in the chat. The Appalachian American in the chat. He says, "Does Pete at least aim for the side of the bowl so he's quiet?" Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I have to do the aim for the side of the bowl trick.
But
And-
you can mute your.
Yeah, I can mute my
Do you
headset.
guys know about the dreaded?
No.
No.
I'm gonna
scared.
regret asking, but tell me.
Uncle.
It's when you're in a public restroom with a high ceiling and you kind of let one go and it just kind of goes down into the bowl and then amplifies back out, kind of like a sub.
Oh no. Oh, okay.
Oh my lord.
I don't regret asking.
You ain't never had that.
Can't say I have, but
Oh, right to the gutter, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey.
Record time.
Hey, we got 7 people
You're
watching. We got 7 people watching right now. Let's get seven bitch slaps of that like button. I mean, put some baby powder on the hands, put some
well, there's
stank on
5
it.
of us. So.
That's right. I don't care. All y'all smash that damn like button if you want. If you're out here, well, I don't care.
Can't
No.
do
For every
anything.
thumbs up you give, I will slap Taika Waititi.
Oh fuck.
With a
I
wet
want-
new
I want people create
charge.
create new accounts and hit the like button. If Alex is gonna slap Tiki
Dude.
Barber in the mouth, I want to see it.
Dude,
We're gonna slap the loud right off of his shoe.
I will slap the comedy off of him.
and yeah, this is actually this goes back to like the beginning of how like Alex and I started talking was in the World Class Bullshitters group about Thor Ragnarok.
Oh,
And
it was.
it was, and we've always been civil. That's one thing I have always like loved about
Yeah.
that group. And you and I have always been civil because
We're
we're on complete.
sophisticated.
Exactly, man. We're classy broads. We've been on
Yeah.
complete opposite ends of the spectrum about that movie since the word go. But yeah, we've always remained civil with each other, and that just proves that you can have these varying opinions, and you can still have a good civil discourse, which is what it's all about. And these other people don't understand that the actual mandates.
Taka and Ruin Johnson.
Yep, they don't understand that. So, but
Oh,
yeah.
mighty roundhead of round.
Sir Ruin Johnson of the House of Roundhead.
I was very regal.
He doesn't deserve that much regal. He really
doesn't.
doesn't. It's just giving him too much regal than what is allotted. Like
So-
definitely more than the allotted regal acceptable level.
So like maybe if I did like a Mort Goldman. Oh God, it's Ruin Johnson of the House of Roundhead. He's got warts on his ass neck and they're silly looking. It's more like that.
Oh God, he's a bastard too.
he's a
Incoming.
silly bastard. I've seen that movie. Kids, if you had,
It definitely had that scene at one point.
oh God, you know that's
One or two of them. Yeah. Do you ever remember
like wasn't
the
that like
Jerky Boys in the first Adam Sandler CD? That was like a rite
Yes.
of passage. That's back when Adam Sandler used to still be funny. They're all gonna laugh at you.
Oh, you mean-
Good luck trying to find that CD now? yeah, 90s.
yeah, dude, Adam, get out of my head because that's where I was.
I
going
know
with
that was before most of you were born.
Yep.
Don't remind me. God.
That's exactly where I was going with that. Was like a rite of passage for
Oh,
like a
no.
teenager in the '90s was having an Adam Sandler and a Jerky Boys CD.
Pretty much. And maybe a Two Live Crew CD.
Oh, dude, I was listening to what the hell's that song? Fuck Martinez. I was listening to that the other day. I goddamn
yeah, dude. Stupid song. Oh,
fuck
God.
Martinez.
That's the one that I had too. That was the only
Martinez.
Two Live Crew tape that I ever had. Was the one with Fuck Martinez on it. And I played that over
Banned
and
in the
over again.
USA, dude. That movie
Yep.
or that tape was so fucking. Oh my God, I'm gonna
The king of the ghetto, the man not.
I'm gonna fucking download that goddamn whole thing tonight now.
We're not encouraging our listeners to steal.
Mhm.
Hey, remember, you wouldn't steal a car. You wouldn't steal a wallet. Bitch, test me. So what
You
makes
wouldn't
you think
beat up an old lady.
I'd beat up an old lady for a marble ride like Jerry Seinfeld? Come on now. Those of you seen Seinfeld. Give me that marble ride, you old
But
bag.
I would pirate a video.
I would pirate a video. I watch. That's the only reason I
Beat
saw
her up and steal her walk. That walker's got to have enough scrap metal on it that's worth at least $1.25.
I, can,
Mhm.
I sit out in the park and try to lure pigeons into shake and bake pans. That had nothing to do with anything. I just wanted to say it.
Good. Now that we got that out there. Okay.
Oh man.
Show us on the doll where the internet touched you.
Do I have to turn my camera on for that? Because this is going to be real. Get a hail fucking place to be reviews because they've got the high council. Odin has the one man low council. What is it? What's his name? Black Angus has the Senate subcommittee hearings. So can we be like the subterranean mole people? I mean, I don't know. Like,
I think Nerdrotic and Doomcock have something like.
Well, he does broadcast from the center of the earth, so yeah, he got his. He could be in outer space. Is anyone in outer space?
We're gonna find out one of these days that Doomcock looks like really like this government official or something. Like nobody's supposed to know. He's like works for the government.
He's been studying us this whole time.
Right? Yeah. He's in like some really important position. He just wants to be down on our level just because he likes us.
He supplies Trump with the memes.
Sure.
He runs the Twitter account. He just he trolls everybody. He's like, I am Dictor Van Doomcock, and I will fuck with the entire country today. And he's just like, I'm going to fire off.
I'm pretty sure that guy has worked in the entertainment business at some point, like at least in the theater.
I want to say he mentioned something like that.
I was going to say,
I listened to some of his podcasts.
Yeah,
probably stage.
Yeah, he's definitely a thespian of some sort. He has that. He definitely has that.
That's illegal in some states.
Oh God! What the hell am I gonna do with you, kid?
This is why we like Tap.
You can't do nothing. Two arms.
This is why I haven't. This is what there's a reason why I haven't had him and LMP on at the same time before. Because I
I'm pretty sure that would tear a hole in the fabric.
Yeah,
that would
opting out of that episode.
That would create a fucking
him and his waifus, me and my guns.
Yep.
Although LMP does pretty much trash the fan cast and troll the hell out of us from time to time.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, he's our Cecil. He's our Mexican Cecil.
But he comes on, like, Cecil will come on and you'll hear him, like, jingling his drink around.
Wait, let me simulate it. Hold on.
Yep, go ahead.
Technically, it's only done that once.
There it is. That's Cecil. And then you just hear that.
Sorry, I was pouring it. Hello.
Oh, shit.
Hello.
Hey, wait. So while we're just imitating everybody, what's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming at you with another video, and today, and let's see, wait, who else? I got. Yeah, 26-year veteran, comic book industry,
baby, boys and girls.
World's most charming, humble, eloquent man, and a great big old Star Wars fan. And boy, do I want to bang Rose Tico. It's me, Ethan Man Scott.
Jeff Goldblum's back.
You're hey, for those of you waiting for Cyberfrog, yeah. I'll just keep saying, yeah. Yeah.
By the way, the Mad Pooper is at it again.
There's like a thought bubble over his head where it's like it's like anxious yang. You just see him going, yeah, looks, glances, EVS. I would comic book panel that. EVS glances side to side anxiously, yet nervously looking over his shoulder. Yeah, Cyberfrog. It'll be here in 2030.
The year 2030. I hope it comes out soon.
I was gonna back it. I really was, because I was like, man, it just seemed like such a cool concept, and I'd never heard of it. I didn't know what it was back in the day. But I'm like, this. It seems like, and because the only one I backed was Stealing Solo, because it's like having become such a big part of it, and seeing all the other artists on, like, because I used to watch EVS's live streams, like every single one of them. And it was like, I could, I just wanted to pick up on, like, who the artist was and stuff. And I'm like, I just backed Jeff. I'm like, that's the one that I will hedge my bets in that corner. And then, like, we get all the updates and everything. I'm looking forward to the book. Like, I haven't been, like, upset or anything. Like, dude, I understand, like, how busy and it works. And, it's like, we'll get the book. There's no doubt in it. And he sent us the last update, and the pages look great. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, we're still getting an update.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've only backed 3 projects.
and that's it. I'm kind
That's
of
the first and only thing I've ever like, was a Kickstarter or Indiegogo, whatever it
Indiegogo.
is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's the only one I've ever.
The plan was to just do Jess, but I did like Cyberpunk did look interesting, and because he did
It's going to
release
be
the first
so
chapter.
anti-SJW. That's the only reason I broke down and got a copy because I'm like, he's going to be like really on the nose with that. Like, okay, it just
I did like the soy bomb what he was doing. He was talking about the soy bomb.
and his art is cool. I'd be lying. Yeah, I mean, I'm not like a really big comic guy, but I do recognize comic book art for what it is.
Yeah.
Game recognized.
I just didn't collect comic books because it's just too damn expensive.
Especially
Doing
now.
can-
Anime,
Oh, yeah.
that's expensive right there. I could have got a bunch of cocaine.
I mean, I need money to buy all these bad movies to talk about. So
Yeah.
Yep.
And,
You got
and
to mortgage your
I
house
was gonna
to
tell you
collect
too. On
comics now.
Amazon, they got a shitload of war movies you can look at. That look.
I mostly go for like the sci-fi because that's where you can have the most fun in those. But I do also like exploitation movies. I've got that one DVD set. It's got like 10 movies on it, and one of them is I don't know if you guys have ever seen that, but it's on Riff Tracks. Insanely bad. It's like the worst knockoff Shaft copy.
That sounds amazing.
yeah, it does.
It is. It's really good.
It
Dude.
does. I like them.
If you have an Amazon Prime account, you need to get on there tonight and look for the guy from Harlem. Look for the Riff Tracks one because with them telling their jokes in the background,
I need to find.
I mean, it's
that.
a thing of beauty anyway. But when they're making jokes, it's about
Oh no! Hey,
God, I want to
Monica.
do it.
Monica, stop plugging the Captain Credit page. I'm gonna go delete that. I'm deleting the Captain Credit. God damn it! Oh, so okay, so I might as well just we can just talk about the elephant in the room, which is Captain Credit.
We
Which
can talk
is,
about the topic.
I was I was a superhero. I was named Captain Credit, and I tried to save normal citizens from their own bad credit and financial decisions. So yeah, and I did a couple jump turn commercials, and one of them is a mock of Peter Griffin. I did the one with me walking through my office, putting my foot up on everything, going, and you know the other guys they might try to screw you, and I've got a screw gun in my hand. I'm like rah, rah, with it, you know. I mean, it was just I did all these commercials for the subprime shit I used to do. So yeah, it was fun. And now it's out there, and yes, it's on Facebook. You can go right to fucking Captain Credit on Facebook, and it's still there. So there you go.
Yeah, that's not my fault. If you still have it on there, then I should be allowed to tell people to go.
every time you say Captain Credit, keep waiting for you to slip up and say Captain Crunch.
So do
talk
I.
about
I keep
all the
expecting to
different
say Captain
flavors,
Crunch.
right?
And I'm just sitting there thinking, I want some
Because
peanut
the
butter
roof of your
crunch.
I
mouth.
know.
I was just gonna say that, Tap. That son of a bitch has been spreading lies about me. My cereal does not
Yep.
cut the inside of your mouth.
I'm so hungry.
Why do you want me to kill this man on the day of my daughter's wedding?
Oh wow!
Yep.
You don't want to be my friend.
I'm like, hell no.
All right, so here we go. We got inverse.
Somebody go get Clemenza.
You're
Inverse.
wearing a hat.
He's got the Party City Halloween pimp hat.
Yep.
That's what I'm looking at. He's got this weird hat on.
Yeah,
What
you
is-
can
what
buy
they call
that for like $1.99 at Party City.
Yep. I
That's
was
a pimp named Slick Fat Hat.
yes, sir.
If anybody else saw the Boondocks.
Matter of fact, I always go back to Mike Epps from How High, and that is one movie that we are definitely doing a watch party.
No. I'm gonna get you, sucker.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Yes.
every hero should have some good theme music.
Right?
Every good hero should have theme music.
Dude, the best part in that is the goldfish shoes though. He's running down the street, everybody's chasing him and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking, he's the pimp of the year. Motherfucker runs out of their shoes breaking and shit. That one in Isaac Hayes.
That was.
You can never have too
Oh,
many
yeah.
guns. And he trips on that fucking shell and all his weapons go off in his
Was
hand
that
grenades.
also one of Chris Rock's earliest movies?
I think it was actually.
He has a cameo.
Yeah, he's in it for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
With the one with the rib. How much is a
Yeah.
rib?
Yeah.
Just a
Yeah.
rib.
Because
Yeah, that-
he did that.
Yep.
He did that
See,
whole
these kids
gimmick.
don't know, man. I'm gonna get you, sucker. That was Black
Yep.
Dynamite before Black Dynamite.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
Yep.
true.
But I like Black Dynamite as well. That one,
Oh yeah, I love both.
they're great. I love those movies. I love the movies that they're making fun of, so I get most of the references.
Oh yeah.
I love that shit. Just
Oh man.
No, that's you said
Right?
what that Chris Rock
He
did
owed-
the whole one rib thing, dude. He did that. That turned into
How did he go to the bathroom?
his skit on it. He used to do that on In Living Color. He would go into the Chinese store
Yeah.
and he would fuck with the Chinese guy in there and be like, "How much for one gum?" And oh
dude,
god,
we could do a whole podcast on A Living Color.
I-
yes, we
dude,
could.
I still
I
watch that show. They do the
Oh, yeah.
rerun. I watch them all the time.
I
I'm like,
have the
I'm
that's
trying to
back
remember,
when
is
things
it
were
Hulu
funny.
or
Yes.
You could make fun of everybody. That was the whole
Yes.
point. If you made fun of everybody with equal enthusiasm, you could get away with it. And that's why they did it. They made fun of everybody. When you can make fun of everybody, you can have humor. See, nowadays everybody can't.
Oh, you couldn't do Handy.
oh
No.
god,
Handyman.
You couldn't do the two critics on there
men
either.
on
I
it was
forgot what.
men on film.
That would just like that would send so
Was
many
it Men
trigger
on
warnings
Films
off.
and
Men on
You're
film.
about
It's Blaine and Antoine.
2 snaps.
Hated it.
Oh, you get your little butt over here right now.
Oh my God.
2 snaps and a pelvic thrust. Yep.
Or what was it? Was it the Ghetto Shopping Network or whatever?
The homeboy
Yeah.
shopping network.
Mo money,
Homeboy Shopping.
Mo money,
Yeah, Mo money.
Oh, you couldn't get away with that today.
Mo money, Mo.
What about, was it Antoine Merriweather, the bum? Wasn't he no? Antoine Merriweather was the what was the bum's name? Remember, he's like, "Hey man, it was Damon. It was Damon Wayne. We just put a new bathroom in today. Look at here, we're gonna move it over there." And he's got a
I
fucking jar
remember,
full of
yeah.
piss. He's like, "Oh, we're gonna set this
Yeah, that-
down here on the first floor. We're gonna go upstairs." He had the boxes stacked up and shit. Oh my god, I grew up watching that show. Like dude, I love that.
We grew up in the golden age of humor,
We
man.
did.
We really
really
did.
did.
We did, man.
It's kind of I picked up a Top Secret the other day, and that was done by the Duffer Brothers,
Mhm.
and they were the guys that did Airplane and Kentucky Movie. Now you want to talk about a movie that's not politically correct? Kentucky Movie is horrible, but it's great because it's making fun of everybody. I mean, Airplane's probably the best of what they did, but that kind of like those sight gags and just like they wrote the jokes and then they would get actual actors to play the line straight, so everything would come more funny. So I missed that.
Yeah, like Leslie Nielsen. People forget,
Yes.
man, he was not a comedic actor before.
No, he was not. He was not. And just having Peter Graves in a movie read those lines straight. I mean, everything he says sounds so damn funny because he's
Yeah,
comedic actor.
that was what made it
That's
work.
why it works.
Yeah, right. See, now people think it was like, oh, the guy from Naked Gun or Scary Movie was like, no, he was the serious actor.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, you get a straight actor in to play it straight and then just say this stupid dialogue that doesn't make any sense at all, and it's hilarious. It's great. I'm still trying to track down a copy of a Kentucky Fried Movie. I decided I want
I
to
want to see this. I never
I
seen
know.
Kentucky Fried.
I have not either. I have not
It's
seen that either.
Never heard of it.
totally not play it. Basically, the best way I can describe the best way I can describe it's like if you were like sitting on your ass watching one channel all day on a Sunday afternoon. It's a movie like that, but everything's a spoof of what you would. Just it's like you're just watching a bunch of shit. It's a series of shorts basically, like on one channel. And
Sounds like that
Jokes.
Rick and Morty episode.
I just
yeah, it's
That's a lot
it's
better. I was gonna say
extremely
movie.
deliberately.
I just checked the group chat. Tap, you're fired.
Already? Damn, that's the quickest job you ever got fired.
I
I
want to
don't
get.
think Adam's seen it yet.
I don't think he has. Oh God. These kids.
What I meant.
What I miss?
I was gone for like a second.
Yeah, he just leaves the show. He was
I
such a professional.
I said, hey, I just checked your group
Oh,
chat.
you didn't know I was gone. That's how good I am.
Well, you kind of missed out on your own game
You,
here.
Yeah.
you missed yourself getting
Tell
fired
the joke
again.
again.
You missed yourself getting fired again.
Be honest. Did you sneak off to watch some Captain Marvel?
Oh my god!
I'm too busy trying to watch the damn front door. People knocking at my door at this hour. It's too late.
I know that feeling.
Damn trick or treat.
Trick or treaters. It's Halloween in July. Or it's August now, actually. Shit.
It's where he's at. It's Halloween every day. Don't.
Yep.
The clowns are out, so it's Halloween every day.
Honk.
No.
Honk,
Oh,
honk.
we just got demonetized.
Yep.
Stupid
Well,
ass.
you gotta be monetized first, so we're good.
Oh man, I'm doing this for free.
Yeah, see, that's
Oh,
you didn't.
you didn't tell him he's not
aboard,
getting
buddy.
a retainer for
Hey,
this.
hey, hey, Monica. Alex didn't read the fine print of his contract. I don't think. This is an unpaid internship. Yeah, that's the way it happens. So there's that. What? Okay, I can't hear anybody here. Yeah. Hello. All right. So
So I have the SJW bingo card set up.
yeah.
So what's gonna happen is it has to be a direct quote from an article or something that we're discussing. The bingo card, I'm going to mark it off, and then once we get a bingo, we're gonna have a watch party.
All right.
All right.
And I want.
Wait, like, does the winner determine the video we're gonna watch, or what?
No, I have them in a little bucket that I'm going to draw from.
Okay.
And the best part, when I was folding them up so you can't see them, one of them fell out and it was Unicorn Store.
Oh wow.
You better put that shit back
I'm like,
in.
I
I
swear.
bet I can't see
I
him.
did. I promise you I did, but it was just hilarious.
That was fate
It
telling
not
you you
inten-
don't need to remember that
You're right.
ever
It's like,
again.
God
Oh,
says,
no.
stop it right now.
Oh no,
Yes.
we're watching Unicorn Store.
No, that's the movie when
He's trying to
Netflix will tell
damn
you
us to hell.
five.
I need
Are you still
emotional
watching
support
this?
if I'm going to sit through that volunteer.
Yeah, I'm with you, buddy.
I'm gonna need a lot of booze for that.
Booze and
Yep.
A
some
lot
weed.
of booze.
I'll get from my brother.
Actually,
need an
I will
adult.
take one of Monica's spiked drinks.
Oh, no, we're live. We can talk about that. We're
He's volunteering to be roofied.
I was just
need
gonna
somebody to
say-
hold my
That-
hand. I need an
live.
adult.
Somebody-
I don't know what
Tina's
he's talking-
dad, a unicorn store.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, me neither.
Oh.
That's me. Story of my life.
Oh,
But yeah,
no.
so this back to this bingo is gonna be hard because Pete ad libs everything. So we're gonna have to you're gonna have to legit tell me when it's in.
Define hard. Are adjectives in?
God damn it.
Yes,
no.
they are. Because I know what an
Keep reminding us.
But these so all these words I pulled off of from the SJW dictionary that they literally have posted online. So you
Oh my god.
They have an official.
they do.
Oh,
Really?
Yep.
Oh no.
You get a
Just the
trophy just for
SJW
finishing it?
dictionary.
I said you get a trophy just for finishing it?
Yeah, you do probably for an SJW.
stream
Hell
that says it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's legit.
Of course.
I
Never
thought you would
doubted.
appreciate that.
We do appreciate.
Taking one for the team, boys and girls.
All right, let's do this.
Yep.
All right. So we're gonna jump into this. Well, what article did you want to use for the SJW bingo, Monica?
What?
What article did you want to use for the SJW bingo?
No, it's any of them.
Okay.
In general.
Okay. All right. So are we starting? Then what are we gonna do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just go right down the list.
All
I
right.
can't pull down the article. Post
Okay.
article.
So here we go. We're
Just
gonna
start
we're gonna jump into the inverse article right now, and that is about Jack Schaefer, the I don't even like talking about her. She's just weird. She's just a fucking gross. All right, so let's see. Let's find this article here. All right, did I?
And what's the article? Yeah.
Oh, hang on, I gotta pull. Oh, there we go, right here. Got it. All right, so Black Widow writer Jack Schaefer isn't scared to make the fanboys mad. I'm not interested in the loud, sour grapes voices, says Jack Schaefer. Isn't she stunning and brave already? Just like completely stunning and brave.
Mm-hmm.
Stunning and brave, brave and stunning.
This sounds from.
All right, so
Well, yeah, because they all copy each other's work. That's how.
No, he made me
Like a
read
hive
it on
mind.
Monday.
You just gotta change it a little so it doesn't look
Yep.
so it doesn't look like a copy, but
They only have about 50 words between the lot of them. So
yeah, I was gonna say there's really not much going on
you
there.
misogynistic, racist bastard.
Sexist, racist,
misogynist.
sexist,
You
racist, bigot,
misogynist, you
homophobe,
racist,
misogynist,
incel bastard.
incel,
Speak your manager.
Do you
What are you,
understand?
homo?
Do you understand now what I meant when you're gonna have to tell me it was a direct quote?
Yeah. Okay, so I promise to read the article verbatim and no ad-libbing. All right, so
No, it's okay. You can. I'm just gonna question you 20 times.
that's okay.
No,
All right.
no mad libbing either.
Oh god, that's when they
No, never again.
No,
Never
we're not.
again.
We're not doing
coming
that
for me
again.
now.
We're not doing
Well,
that.
that was
again.
fun.
It was. All right,
Oh,
let's
no.
Fun to listen to.
see. Well, that's good. I'm
See?
glad.
You're
All right.
welcome.
So I always say thank you, giggity. In May 2010, the release of charming and offbeat sci-fi rom-com Timer fulfilled Jack Schaefer's dreams,
Stop ad-libbing.
becoming
No, this is the actual
a
article. I'm
feature
reading along
film
with it.
director.
I
Yup.
know, that's what I'm saying.
Little did Schaefer know that the movie that topped the U.S. box office that same weekend, Iron Man 2, featured the big screen debut of a character whose solo movie she would be writing 8 years later for a franchise that would be making waves in pop culture's landscape like nothing before it. Ugh. Schaefer has a bold vision for superhero movies of the coming decade. More sympathetic villains, less glamorization of weaponry, and stronger representation of marginalized voices. To comic book movie fans who prefer ultra-violent shootouts, 100% evil villains, and casts that look like they did a decade or two ago, Schaefer says, I'm not interested in adhering to comic canon that is discriminatory in any way or that violates my value system.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Bitch.
Yep. Even if her stance makes Black Widow a target for sabotage on sites like Rotten Tomatoes, a la the response to Cat Pan Meh, don't expect Schaefer to budge from her passion for positive change by even an inch. When people react with hate, it saddens me. I think it's a shame, she says. But that's not where I want to put my energy. I'm not interested in the loud, sour grapes voices. I imagine that's what she sounds like, and she probably smells really bad, like just bad,
like cat pee.
like
She probably smells like sex.
What do
Smells like
Starburst
cat
smell
food.
smells like cat litter and like Virginia Slims or something. Like, all right, so let's get back to this before I go off track. Marvel Studios hired Schaefer to write the. I just went into an SJW voice instinctively. Marvel Studios hired
Patchouli and B.O.
Patchouli and B.O. Zendaya's Patchouli and Weed. Remember that. Write it down.
He's
She'll
going
get
off
mad.
track.
Marvel Studios hired Schaefer to write the script for Black Widow. Jesus, what the fuck is wrong with me? The long-awaited film about Natasha Romanoff, Scarlett Johansson, like we don't know that. The USSR-born spy dreamed up by the late Stan Lee in the 1960s. The film is set for a May 1st, 2020 release. Schaefer's work for Marvel also includes contributing to writing 2019's Captain Meh and showrunning the Disney Plus series WandaVision. Well, that just ruins all my enthusiasm for WandaVision. Thanks, you bitch. Scheduled for a spring 2021
WandaVision
release.
sounds like an SJW game.
Doesn't it?
It does.
Ladies
But
and gentlemen, it's WandaVision.
I
I get a
fucking
feeling WandaVision is just the MCU's attempt to try to be like Legion.
yeah.
Crazy, surreal
We're gonna have
scene.
some fabulous prizes
Yeah.
today on WandaVision.
Vision would be the announcer because Paul Bettany has an amazing voice. And now
He does.
he
I really
does.
like his voice.
It's just he's so proper. That's what it is. Let's see. Let's see here. So I wasn't a huge superhero movie fan before starting to work at Marvel, but now I'm doing it. There's just so much
Fucking obviously.
Right.
There's just so much opportunity to make these big positive statements, Schaefer says, especially something like Cat Pan Meh and Black Widow. To have these female-centered stories, these women, I just can't not be involved in that.
There's so many opportunities to piss on all these straight white
I
males, these
know.
piss babies. We can piss
the
all over.
I seriously, like, what is their obsession with, like, bowel movements? It's like piss
I don't
babies or
know.
you're shitting yourself. Is
Like this is some kind of shocking reveal. I wasn't a huge superhero movie
Yeah.
fan before I started to work at Marvel. Did you think?
yeah. Hey, did anybody ever see? Did any of you see Captain Marvel? Is it obvious that Anna Boden and Ryan Fleck had no fucking idea what they were doing? I mean, yeah.
No,
that's-
I didn't watch that. I'm not going to. I'm gonna.
I streamed it
Gonna
for
make a-
free, and that was it. I watched it once.
They'll have to tie me up with duct tape and put toothpicks under my eyelids before I watch it. Bull.
Well, I don't have to use toothpicks. I use tape.
We have ways of making you talk.
We'll try.
We
Tape works pretty well.
we can bring bamboo shoots and put them under the fingernails, and then you will watch Cat Pen Meh. But yeah, let's
We'll
see.
see.
Is that an
Yeah.
article?
Let's see. So okay, no, that wasn't in the article. Let's see. Black Widow got its official unveiling this month in front of a crowd of nearly 5,000 exuberant fans in San Diego Comic-Con's
That's a lot.
legendary Hall H. Yeah, probably. At the San Diego Comic Convention.
That includes all the staff that's working there.
Yeah.
Right.
In front of the janitor, the poor workers of Hall H that were expecting a bigger turnout.
They were there to clean up the floor from all the piss babies. But
Right? Yeah, somebody's got
it
a
was
lot of piss.
it was an R. Kelly party. Yeah, do these people hang out at R. Kelly parties? Like, talk about piss babies.
no.
Do they hang out at the R. Kelly parties? Like, he sips Chris and you drink piss? I mean, is that how it works? I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I don't know. I need somebody to tell me.
Oh wow.
We just went to an R. Kelly cutaway. There we go.
Yeah.
Wait. There's only one way to fix this.
We're
Ladies
all
and
just sidestepping that one.
ladies and gentlemen, Conway Twitty.
It's about time.
We haven't gone to Conway Twitty yet.
Hello,
That's
darling. Nice to meet you.
It's been a long time again. I'm done. All right, so let's see. Kevin Feige, Cuck Kevin Feige. Can we just call him Cuck Feige now? Like, has he
No,
like
Kevin
Oh, yeah, delete
Feige,
it
the
all
first
right
one
there.
that's ever made a movie. Congratulations.
is he like finally like showed his hand that he's been playing the long con here? Like, I mean,
Yes.
Oh, fuck
absolutely.
he is.
Oh my
I've
He's
been
God.
telling my friends this for a long
knew it.
time. Him and Kathleen Kennedy are the same person, except he's smarter.
he is.
Yeah.
He's a better
Yep.
businessman.
Yep. He's like, I'll lure him in and I'll
Mhm.
show those boys who's boss around here.
Exactly. Here's the thing. It's not even about movies being good anymore. It's about the brand now. If the brand is good enough, people will sit through even your crappiest product.
Yeah. We'll see how long that lasts, though, because
Yep.
we thought the
Oh,
same
yeah.
way with Star Wars, and that got undone in 2 movies.
Yeah, I didn't think that was going to happen. That quick.
No, at record time, they murdered that. I thought for sure it would definitely lose.
I thought it'd be like 5-10 years.
Yeah, no, 2 movies. 2 movies pretty
So
much.
we
blew
hit,
it.
we hit fatigue.
That
And
was.
now Kevin Feige, he's about to feel like I never liked Kevin Feige.
You know, he's about to be at the unemployment off.
Mhm.
I will. But the thing is, like, who the fuck are you gonna? I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter at this point because the MCU would basically just be belly up. You know what I mean? Like, they can try to say, but this is like the most underwhelming, complete phase. So, all right, I'll wrap. This article's really long. I don't know if you guys want me to go through the whole fucking thing. I'll find a good stopping point here. Let's see. So Kevin Feige announced the movie is part of Marvel Cinematic Universe's Phase 4, and this is not in the article, but this is the most underwhelming fucking release that they've made. So, finally able to speak somewhat openly about Black Widow, Schaefer shared her quote-unquote surreal Hall H experience and what it was like scripting Natasha Romanoff's solo story a few days after Comic-Con. She'd previously made the time in her jam-packed schedule, that's a lie, to speak with Inverse earlier this month. She fit in the interview during her commute, taking that phone call while on the Ventura Freeway north of Los Angeles. What a surprise. Let's see. And it's her first quote by where it says, by age 14, Schaefer knew she wanted to direct films. Her parents wanted to get her a this is the best line, and I don't need to read any more after this. Her parents wanted to get her a liberal arts education. I'm done right there. That tells you everything you need to know about her. She got a fucking degree that was worthless. You can do nothing with. I mean,
well, apparently, it can get you a Marvel movie.
Master's degree at USC. What do they teach in film school now? How to turn the camera on and then turn it back off again?
Yeah.
No, they just teach you how to bitch about your fans.
Oh,
yep,
that's right.
It. This is called Public Relations 101, and this is the only thing you will need to know in directing movies for Disney. Just tell the fans they're man babies.
Wrong week to quit amphetamines.
just follow.
Monica can get us the hookup.
Yep. Follow the playbook. Follow the playbook. Call them racist, bigot, sexist, homophobe, misogynist, man baby, neckbeard, incels, piss babies, and they're shitting themselves.
Wait, are you quoting?
No, I'm just. This is all up top.
Quoting. You're paraphrasing.
You know what they need to make? You know those little magic 8 balls?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
No,
they need to make an SJW 8 ball. They need to make a
SJW.
magic SJW 8 ball.
That's
like,
how
it just
I
needs
make
to
my
say
adult decisions at work is by the 8 ball that we have sitting on the desk.
And she's,
swear to God.
The funny thing is, they're all
I wish I was.
They all work at a hospital. She's not talking about a magic 8 ball. It's a jar full of blow.
Jesus.
Way to sell me out, Pete.
Wow, you snitching, man.
Yeah, threw her right under
I
the
know.
bus.
I'm getting drug tested tomorrow. Wait for it.
Somebody's listening to the stream like,
I hope.
test.
Monica, stay away from those poppy seed muffins in the morning, all right? They're opiates.
No worries. I don't like them.
Well, that's not a shocker. It's like, hey, do you like pizza? Yeah. With nothing on it. What? No, I'm just kidding.
That's a lie.
I know. I'm just ribbing you. I'm just ribbing you.
No pineapple.
Just well, I don't like
pineapple.
No pineapple. No
pineapple.
Me and Loudy.
By the way, speaking of
Sorry,
pineapple, have you guys ever had pineapple in chili dogs at the same time?
That just sounds painful.
So I was having chili dog. This happened over the weekend. I had chili, just pool day. Then we had some chili dogs, and we had some leftover fruit salad. And I ate a piece of pineapple. And I took a bite of a chili dog, and it was awful. It was like a war in my mouth.
I was going to say
war crimes, and like massive death tolls, and just atrocities. It was painful.
The hearty meat killed.
But pineapple and hot dog chili, not a.
It was a fag dragon.
Yeah, that's it. Oh my God, that's a hot mess.
That's free advice from the Groovinator.
How do we always talk about food? I'm hungry.
I'm a fat guy. I'm going to talk about food.
I know.
All right?
I try not to like. Oh,
Oh,
I want a pizza now.
here's
You
just
gotta be hungry to eat.
Well, are you hungry enough to have pineapples on
I don't like pineapples or chili dogs, so no.
either one
You
of
need
them?
together?
No.
I already fired her Pete for the chili dog.
What is your beef with fruit? What did fruit ever do to you?
Right?
I like fruit, just only certain colors.
Not
No, I like
Just-
more fruit than I do vegetables.
Oh, man.
tomato.
The only fruits that she likes are the ones that say Starburst on the little wrap.
Yeah. But those are the
I
best ones.
just ate a pound of strawberries for lunch today.
Oh, okay.
All right,
Okay. Strawberries.
fair enough.
You get a free.
You've been.
So, here's so this is great. Who said it? We'll just play this real quick. Who said it? Was this said by Kevin Feige at an orgy, or was it Jack Schaefer? I was like, I want in on that. How do I get in on that?
Jack Schaefer.
Yeah, it was Schaefer. But I could see Kevin Feige saying that at an orgy too. and everybody while he's wearing his turtleneck with the chain on the outside, and he hasn't
What about
shaved,
an orgy?
and he hasn't shaved for like 2 days, and he's got like that little pencil mustache, and he actually takes his ball cap off and looks like the creepy guy that hangs around the playground. That's Kevin.
You're
That's
very specific about
Sounding
that.
like you're speaking from experience.
Yeah.
Yep,
very
he
specific,
does.
man.
I know. I got tried to.
No
This guy
judgment.
tried to lure me into a van, and it was like a week ago. I'm like, dude, I'm like 40. He was like, hey, do you want the fucking candy or not? I'm like, shut the fuck up and get in the van.
That happens to me like every day on my way out.
What if he offered you Tessa Thompson in the van?
Pass.
That's a
a
hard.
meme right there.
That's a
Somebody's
hard.
like, yay, kid! I got Tessa
About a
Thompson
year
in
ago,
there."
I might have considered it, but now I'm just like, walk.
Yeah, like right
Man,
now.
am I the only one who just never thought she was
Nope,
attractive?
I'm with you, buddy. I'm right there with
Yeah.
you.
I don't see it.
When he said that, I was like embarrassed. I didn't.
I
wanna
just
work
thought-
with him anymore.
listen. Listen,
The
I just
rag,
thought
the
she
brown
looked.
rag.
God damn it! I just thought she looked good in Ragnarok. I'm like, that's the only time I thought she looked good. I was like, she was dirty. She was like fighting and
Yeah,
shit.
the
She was
dog
dressed like a
looked cool
warrior.
too, though. I
I'm just saying, yeah.
The dog.
Hey,
Damn.
I'm not a furry like LMP, so I'm not.
So you didn't think she looked good in Creed?
I don't know, man. You like?
I've never seen Creed though.
Thompson.
I've
She's
never
kind
seen
of a
Creed.
dog.
Oh, you never seen Creed?
No.
Oh man, yeah. See, she was actually a
She's
decent
all right in
actress
Creed.
in Creed. Yeah,
Yeah,
she's all right in
Creed,
Creed.
she's all right.
That was where I first saw her, was in Creed, and I'm like, oh, when I saw Ragnarok, I'm like, oh, that's from
It's that
Creed.
chick.
Yeah, and then she was in
The one girl
Westworld.
with the-
Jesus,
Who is she in Westworld?
she's the
Oh,
one.
she was
Yeah, she was.
the scientist, right?
Yeah, I don't want to
The,
spoil anybody that
purity-
hasn't seen it yet. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't care. I ain't watching
Yeah,
that
she's
shit. I already
something
saw
that
them.
too.
no, it's the first season's really good. The
Oh, I
second
love the first
one,
season.
second season's kind of iffy in spots,
I
but
liked
the
it
first
at first, but
season,
when you got to like the finale,
Yes.
it felt like
it's almost like a long form if you watch. If they'd have just made a movie out of the first, it'd have been a miracle.
yeah.
No,
Was
How
that
did we get to Westworld?
Westworld? I've never seen it.
Me, it's my fault. I derailed the podcast.
No, that's
I'm
fine.
sorry.
That's Pete's job.
You're,
Was you about to call us?
you're,
No, I said
How
Chad.
dare
Oh, I
you.
meant to say Chad. I might have this cat.
you're. At least you didn't call me Kyle or something. So yeah, I haven't
we
I'm
said
having a
something about
stroke
Black
on the
Widow.
air.
I haven't had a monster punched any drywall yet. So
Black
we're good.
Widow, man, that sounds. Why would you fuck that up? That's the one people want to see.
Yes.
Don't you think that it should have came out like at least 10 years
At least
ago?
5
yeah.
years ago.
Don't you think it's
or
kind of a
more.
little too
It
late?
should have been a Phase 2 movie.
This should have been like after Iron
It
Man
should have been a
2.
Phase
I
2
don't like it when they do that. This is something that Star Wars did that
Yep.
bothered me too. It's like, why would you give me a Han Solo backstory after you've already killed the character off in the
Yep.
first fucking?
Mhm.
I don't,
Yeah.
it's like I know how his story ends.
Yep.
That's why people didn't like the prequels. Like everybody knew how it was going to end. Prequels just never.
Mm-mm.
There's no tension because you know how what the outcomes.
If you do a prequel, you got to do like a different story with
Different people,
characters,
like
like Knights of the Old Republic.
A perfect example of a decent prequel would probably be like Caprica.
Oh
Okay.
yeah,
That you know what I mean? Like they completely different characters. It all relates, but you don't know how their story is going to end.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like you know that there's an end.
The planets get destroyed.
You know
all I
that's going to come, but you don't.
The 12 colonies are
Yeah, because Caprica is supposed to take place like long before Galactic.
Correct.
Right?
That's how you do it.
Long.
You know, for all the people that shat on the prequels, the first thing they did when they bought that franchise was make more. So Marvel doing a Black Widow movie, it even if it's great, it's like, are you going to do a sequel? I mean, how many more Romanoff stories are you going to give us? You know, I mean, we
Yeah,
already
it's
know
like,
the
hey,
outcome of the
Mhm.
character. You know, it's just bizarre.
I
to
mean, at
me.
least we know she has a soul, right?
Is it?
Because you know gingers and all.
Mm-mm.
Wait, which
What?
Pete, did you fall out of?
No, I'm here, man.
He's still
here.
there, but he's not making noise.
I'm
so
here. I'm
that-
just listening to y'all talk about
Nerve.
shows I
I'm
haven't
waiting for the
seen.
next.
Wow, if he passed out on his
No, I'm
I'm
not.
waiting-
Trust
All
me.
right.
trying to be like,
I
Take
haven't.
it over.
I haven't.
Their stream now.
God damn it. Alex is just going to sit here and
But
make fun of
don't
me
you
for
think-
liking Tessa Thompson the rest of the night and Thor Ragnarok.
unfortunate that like the Comic-Con and all this kind of stuff, like this was normal. Basically nerd franchises, and they don't belong to the nerds anymore. Like the nerds are just like being complete.
Yeah. I think I don't remember if it was me or you, Adam, had this conversation, but it seems like now casuals are trying to save geek culture from us. Like they think we're the bad guys now.
Right.
Yeah,
They're
it's
trying
like
to save it from the geek.
this stuff was here for us. This
Yeah.
that we, and it's like
Yeah.
why?
We went through hard times for doing those franchises when it wasn't cool to like those franchises.
That's why I don't get SJWs. It's like if you're gonna battle something, why don't you pick the right hill to climb on? You know,
Yeah.
pick a cause that matters other than to just destroy. You know, you don't
Just come up with
fix
your own
something-
original idea for once.
No, that'll never happen.
I was going to
I
say,
know.
Science is
I
science.
just
Is
like to
a crack team of researchers have proven that shit's never going to happen.
They got to steal some successful idea and then just sneak in there.
No,
wait, can you guys hear me?
I just I'm so like I've gotten to the point where I've decided to take advice that was set by
Hello.
other people that we watch to just make your own stuff. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just
Yep.
make your own entertainment.
That's what I'm doing. Yeah.
Go, but
A lot of people.
there
do.
is worlds of bad movies I can go back and watch and talk about and review and write articles about, and people seem to be enjoying that, and I'm perfectly
Yeah, I sent you that
Yeah.
Spanish bad movie.
Wait, can you guys
The
hear
one I
me?
sent you in the to the chat.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah,
that vampire one.
that's another one I need to look at. Yeah, that one in Robo Vampire.
Oh, I love Robo Vampire.
Yeah,
Oh,
wow. I've been started following this channel, and is the name of the channel. And I've been stalking this guy because his channel is full of content, and he doesn't have that many subs. I mean, he has like less subs than Pete. You know what I mean? And
Hey,
it's
can,
like
can you guys hear
I'm
me
like,
at
this
all?
guy is hilarious. He's like a stand-up comedian, and he does bad movies too. In fact, he's got a tattoo of Mystery Science Theater on his arm. Like he's got the tattoo with like the little globe and the satellite of
Letter.
love and everything.
Oh,
And
wow.
yeah, so he was doing Robo Vampire, and of course he puts clips in his reviews too. And I'm like, oh my god, this looks like exactly the kind of trash I need to be watching.
Yeah. Robo Vampire. I saw that movie years ago.
What the
Dude, I
fuck?
will pay for this kind of stuff. I will.
I think I don't know if it still
I'll
is.
buy it.
I think it's on Tubi.
Can you guys?
Another guy in my group had told me today, he says
Hello?
you need to do all the
Can
Death
you hear
Wish
me?
movies. And like the first Death Wish is like perfect and it's like a time cap. But like the sequels like gradually go like they
Just
start
nuts.
drifting the canon territory, like
Yeah.
canon films, just turn them into these big action set.
God damn it!
And I was trying to find like a DVD that just had like all the is on it. And I'm like looking online, I'm like, why are you charging so much for Death Wish movies, especially if they're made by Canon Film?
Back when Hollywood was more
Hey,
subtle
right.
about
Can you
it.
hear me now?
Because remember,
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All
Welcome
right.
back to the show.
Holy
'cause
shit,
me-
man!
remember,
Welcome
Adam, in
back
the
to
first
your
movie-
show.
That's all right. I've been listening, Adam. You're doing a great job, buddy. Keep it up.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
You're doing,
He's like,
you're doing
I've
a
been
great job.
streaming.
Fine job. Fine job.
Oh, yeah, that's what we call that's what we in the entertainment business call filler. Joe.
Yep.
yeah,
that was.
Know what we're doing. Yeah,
yeah,
it's called stretching it out. Yeah.
I was
Teaching
like,
people but Death Wish.
Right. Educating people about bad movies is my favorite thing.
Yeah, Monica
God, the
texted
first
me.
Death Wish is the only good one.
I know.
is,
I
but you know what?
sent out the meeting.
The old ones are so bad that they're amazing. They really are.
Well, that's the
They
difference.
just-
Like I was saying earlier, the first one kind of had a message about how he's not happy. Remember, he never gets the people who attacked his family in the first movie.
right. He's
He never gets
basically
Jeff
the
Goldblum.
precursor to what's his name from the Taken. I mean, Taken is basically the
And
same
then part
thing.
2, he's just the Punisher.
Yeah.
He's just
Pretty
the-
Yep. He's the
That's
Punisher.
why I could never understand why they couldn't make a decent Punisher movie. It's like they've been doing it forever. It's called Death Wish.
I ain't gonna
Just
lie.
do that.
I
Just
do
do
like
just
the
do the
Tom
Marvel
J.
version
Punisher.
of Death Wish.
I do like the Tom J. Punisher movie.
I do
Yep,
too.
that was a good
I
one.
thought Tom
That was
Jane was a
good.
fantastic Punisher.
Yeah, I love that one. Yeah.
The
My
Punisher-
only gripe with that was I would have casted anybody other than John Travolta as the. That's where he's awful.
wasn't he coming
he's
off of
just
Battlefield
awful.
Earth in that role?
Yeah,
Was
Yeah.
it? No,
I
thought
no,
that's
it
the
was
difference.
after that. It was after that. I
it's
think.
just he's just not. He was not a compelling villain. If they would have had anybody else play a villain other than him, it would have been better. I think he just derails the entire movie. I don't
Michael
like him.
Ironside.
He was a good.
Yeah, Michael Ironside would have been decent.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
John Travolta
Will
was
Patton
I
in the
like
movie, they
him.
should have made him the main villain.
Hey.
because he was
Yeah,
actually pretty good. Yeah,
Yeah,
Mhm.
Will
Yeah, they
Patton
should have
got
made John
charisma
Travolta the
about him.
gay guy.
exactly. They should have reversed the roles. I
Yep.
agree.
They probably
I
did.
think-
John Travolta probably got angry.
Probably.
But
I
yeah,
was I was gonna say, what's his name there? Travolta was a good villain in Face Off, though.
Yeah, but Face Off is
Yeah.
is a
Well,
work
that's
of art.
because he had to pretend
That's
to
a
be
work of
Nicolas
beauty.
Cage.
Yeah,
that's a fucking
You are,
watch
yeah.
party right there.
That is a watch party. That's a movie that's still.
Yeah.
I fucking
Yep,
love
I love
that
that
movie
movie, yep.
so much.
Oh God,
Face Off?
is such a.
Those two guys
Oh, yeah.
are chewing the scenery so much that they almost chew each other.
Yep.
You know, it's
Well,
fantastic.
Nicolas Cage is a fucking mongoloid.
That's Nicolas
anyway.
Cage in his fucking prime, man.
Yep.
Mhm.
I'm casting Troy.
Ready for the big ride, baby.
Hallelujah.
Right.
Oh God. I think I have that movie. Yes, I
Peach.
do.
I could eat a peach for
I still have it
hours.
on VHS.
I have the DVD of that, and I saw that thing. I saw that in the theater. Face
Yeah,
Off.
I saw it in the theater.
Yep.
I had it on VHS, Blu-ray now because I don't know if people are aware of this, but I like the VHS culture, but I don't actually like tapes. I don't like to rewind. I don't like to.
I was going to say rewind. No one likes
No.
rewinding.
There's
I was
just as
never
much
kind.
trash on DVD as there is on VHS, so I'm fine. And the DVDs don't take up near as much space as those goddamn tapes. I've had so many of those tapes
Oh,
go
yeah.
bad on me. It's not even.
Remind me
So
tomorrow. I'll take a picture of the VHS collection at my parents' house that's spread across various rooms. There's tapes dating back to like 1984.
I only actually own about 4 VHS tapes, and it's just because they're collector's items. Because one of them is the complete on all Star Wars trilogy, and
See,
the other one is
I want to get my hands on that.
edition.
Yeah, I want to get my hands on one of those. The Star Wars one, absolutely.
Yep.
The only
Well,
Star Wars movie I own on VHS is Episode 1, back when it first came out.
Yeah,
Oh,
I got that one too. It's the
Yeah.
one that was in the big long box with the little booklet inside of it. That's the one that.
Yeah.
My mom's has got all those. She has that set of the prequels and stuff. The VHS ones, and I think she has the original trilogy, but it's like did they come out with one? Was it 95? Or was it shit?
I think that's the special edition.
Yeah, she's got the special edition VHS original trilogy.
Hey guys, you remember back when The Phantom Menace was the worst Star Wars movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, those
Okay.
were the
Those were the days.
Memories, right? Yeah.
Oh,
Whoever thought we could? I mean, you could always get by saying no matter what happens, you can't make a Star Wars movie worse than Phantom Menace. And then Ryan Johnson said, "Hold my beer."
Hold my beer.
Hold my beer. Hold my tampons and everything.
Yeah.
God. Oh
It's
Jesus!
weird to think.
Hold
The
my
puppy's going all the way in.
Ryan
We
John
live
or
in a
ruin.
culture now where you just always knew these movies could not get worse than like this.
But you know what?
particular movie. And
What's
then they get
worse though? What's worse? Is it Solo or is it The Last Jedi? 'Cause,
Last
The
Jedi.
Last Jedi,
Last Jedi.
The Last Jedi wrecks the universe, but it's so phenomenally bad
Solo's
that you can make
forgettable.
fun of it. Solo is boring.
Solo
which
is
a Star Wars
boring.
movie should
You just
never
say
be.
whatever.
Oh my god, I keep forgetting. I gotta finish that movie.
You never finished Solo.
You're not missing
No.
anything, really, dude.
You know what?
It's
You could
boring.
fall
It ends
asleep.
with him getting the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, the thing with the Solo
Spoiler
is
alert.
you can pass out like about 30 minutes into it and wake up 10 minutes to the end, and you won't notice anything. You won't
Every
notice
time the
nothing.
droid comes up on screen, I just
Oh,
There's-
phase out.
They
I'll
start
just
these
take
weak
my phone and
storylines
read.
that they're never going to finish anyway, so
Yep.
you're not missing nothing.
yeah.
I mean, I know how the movie ends. Like I listen to the spoilers and all that stuff.
Well, yeah,
I
because it's another prequel, which is basically
Yeah.
going to take me back to where the tangent we went off on, which is Black Widow. We know how her story ends. So what can you tell us about Black Widow that hasn't been explained in the movies already? You're doing the Solo thing all over again.
And the
You're-
funny thing is, what Black Widow is, you could make a Black Widow if at least the action was good. But this lady doesn't want to do action. It's too dark. It's too manly.
So what
Yep.
would make a good it might still be good. I don't really know. What would make a good Black Widow movie is if you just showed like an earlier adventure before she hooked up with the
Avengers.
Avengers. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
you see the dark side of
Back
Black
when she
Widow
was a
before
spy,
she
yeah.
makes the change. When the spy side, which they're probably going to show, but if it's just going to be an origin story, you're going to be wasting my time.
Yeah, why?
Mhm.
Nobody.
I thought this was supposed to take place after Civil War. That's what I heard.
It
I don't
is.
know.
I thought it was, but they said, aren't they supposed
Yeah.
to go into some of the events that happened to her in the was it the Red Room or
Oh,
whatever
are
they
they
call
gonna
it?
do the
Budapest.
flashback thing?
Yep. Well, they said.
not a flashback.
I want to know. Well, this is the thing.
Flashback.
It's just part of it, but I want to know what happened in Budapest. I think they owe us that at least, and that's like the only
Do
thing
you
I'm.
really want to know, Pete?
No,
Do you
I don't.
really
Do you
want to
really
know?
want to
Do
know?
you though?
People used hold on,
And
let
then
me
this
No.
ask
happens,
this.
and you're just like,
Not
let me-
anymore.
whatever.
Hold
This-
on, let me just say this. Remember, people used to ask, "What was the Kessel Run like?"
Yeah, this is true.
And it
See,
happened, right?
And now
Yeah.
you know. And
Now
knowing
you
is
know.
half the battle.
Tentacle monster.
then you find out what the Kessel Run is, and you're like, oh, god damn it.
Back in a
Cool,
minute.
you.
I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, he came back
I'm
quick.
here. I was
That's
so
That's what she said.
I was so
Tap.
I was so
2 points.
Both, yeah.
I was so distraught over Alex's comment about finding out what the Kessel Run was. It fucking crashed my browser. It
He
crashed.
just teleported out of time.
I was like,
Yeah.
I can't. My mind just blew
Your
up. I started
computer doesn't want to
shaking.
hear too much about Solo.
No,
He wanted to quickly teleport to the future just to see if Alex was right or not.
I was like, God damn it, he's right. God damn it, again.
Oh, God.
All they did in Budapest was eat tea or have tea and crumpets. I'm like, what the fuck?
I promise
like
you,
I
the
said,
Budapest
what-
is not going to be that
what-
interesting.
No,
They could have done a Solo movie if they would have just shown an adventure, like an adventure that was not related to the big story in Star
Yep.
Wars. If it would just shown like Han and Chewie younger, like going on a caper, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
that
Yeah.
would have been cool to see.
Not
that
an
would have
origin
been
story.
perfectly okay.
we
But
did.
they had to do the explaining thing. This is how he got his name. This is
Yeah,
how he got his gun. This is how he got his ship.
Yeah, I don't need an origin to every single thing. That is annoying.
I just feel like the
Yeah.
whole time I was watching, it was talking down to me fucking more.
I mean, for God's
You know,
sake,
I'm like,
did I
Jesus
really
God,
need an
I've lived in
origin
this
to the
universe
name
forever,
Solo?
man.
Yeah,
Did I really need an origin to the name Solo? I just assumed it's
No.
his daddy's name.
No.
your
And
name.
I'm
Daddy's
afraid
name?
Han.
that the Black Widow's going to do that too.
They're like, your
I
name
just-
is Widow, Black Widow. She's like, well,
Mm-mm-mm.
I'm not a
Like, who are
spider.
your people? I have no people.
I'm not a spider, and I'm Scandinavian,
Yeah.
and
You're
I've never
you're
been
wrong.
married. So yeah, no,
You
that's
don't want to be Black Mamba?
Black Mamba.
Fucking Errol Rickenbacker.
I got something to say about Black Widow right quick. This actually just surprised me. I was using Marvel Unlimited the other day, and I decided to read some old books, and I picked up Iron Man. It was the first appearance of Black Widow.
Uh-huh.
Now, if you ever read the original Black Widow, she did not look like the way we know her now. She was a femme fatale. She was like the master planner. She didn't fight.
Okay.
Well,
She had a
to be
side-
fair, nobody looks like yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, no, no.
Say it.
Here's the thing. I was funny. I was reading through it, and I didn't think about it. She has a partner with her, and the whole time I don't think about it until they keep saying his name. They keep saying, "Was it Natasha and Boris?" Natasha. Then finally, someone says Boris and Natasha.
Yep.
And in my head, I was like, "Wait a minute."
Yep.
Was Black Widow created as a parody of the Rocky and
Oh
Bullwinkle
my
villain?
God, I never
Holy
thought of that.
shit.
Yeah.
Oh God,
Wait,
was
the
it?
parody
though?
of what?
She's a
Rocky
Russian
and
spy
Bullwinkle.
who's part-
Tap doesn't
yeah,
know what we're talking about. The
Oh my
Rocky and
God.
Bullwinkle show.
Yeah.
That's cartoon.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
You remember that show?
They made a.
I know
they,
of it. Yeah.
They did a
You're
live
aware
action
of it?
movie.
Okay, yeah.
Who the fuck were Boris and
yeah.
Natasha in the movie? Was
Boris and Natasha
it was
were the
Jason
villains of the
Alexander.
Rene
show.
Russo.
Yep, Jason Alexander, Rene
I think
Russo.
Rene Russo. Yeah.
Yep. Yes.
And Dan, what was it? Who was fearless leader? Wasn't it like
Robert De Niro.
It was
Robert De Niro, thank you.
Niro.
Yep,
Yeah, Black
John
Widow
Goodman
was
has a cameo.
basically a parody of this character.
could be. That's probably not far from the truth because it's not
Like
like
I said,
Stan
both-
Lee's characters were
yeah,
100%
both of them are
original.
Russian
They're usually
spies.
based on
Had
other
partners
characters.
named Boris. I was
Yep.
just like, oh
Mhm.
my god, because I think I took a picture of it. I have to post it in the group because I was like, oh no,
Yes.
this can't be.
I mean, Tony Stark is based on Howard Hughes.
Oh
So,
yeah.
Thor is based off Thor.
Fuck you.
Mhm.
I will cut you.
I really want a Thor movie again one day. We just keep getting Kevin.
Oh my
That-
God,
he's
it is
Kevin.
Kevin. Oh
Kevin.
yeah, he was
He's best
Kevin in
friends with Jake
Endgame.
Skywalker. Okay,
He was Kevin in Endgame, wasn't he? He was.
he was
He's
Kevin in Ragnarok.
Kevin Thor.
Yeah, Kevin Odison. Him and Jake
Jesus
Skywalker just walk
Christ.
around shooting shit now.
Him
We can't have nice things anymore,
Him
man.
and Jake Skywalker. My kid calls him. My son calls him that now. He calls Luke Jake Skywalker. Because we got the
That's
last.
depressing.
Yep. I
The
was
way he
like,
says it all slow.
no, dude. So
Jake
it's
Skywalker.
my mom got
God.
my kid.
Jake Sky.
My mom got my kid a fucking Avengers backpack, and it's got Captain Marvel on it. And he's looking at it, and he's all excited. He goes, "Oh man!" And she's like, "What?" He's like, he goes, "Grandma, Captain Cat Lady on there." No shit. I hand to God. I've got
You
this.
taught your kids well.
I've got this kid fucking trained, dude. He's like, he calls her Captain Cat Lady, Cat Pan Meh. It's amazing. And
So the first day he gets sent home from school, why now?
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My wife
He's like, you
already
called her cat lady, and you're gonna be like, "That's my boy."
my wife already said that. She's like, you gotta watch what you say because like because I don't swear on him, but like under my breath, I'm always like, Jesus Christ. So he leaned over, he dropped one of his toys the other day when he was carrying him out to the living room. He's got like these 3 big ass totes of his action figures, and one falls and hits the floor, and he looks down, he stops, and he goes, Jesus Christ. I'm like, whoa, oh no. Oh no.
Oh no!
And he's gonna go to Catholic school. So yeah. This will be fun. I told my wife though, I was like, for real. I'm like, I was born and raised Catholic. I'm like, because one of us is gonna have to go to church. I'm like, you're falling on that grenade. I'm like, I did that shit too long. Nope. I said you go to Sunday mass with them as a requirement for the parents to do that. I was like, that Sunday is football day.
So are we done bullshitting about Black Widow then?
I think so. Unless you guys want to talk about the rewrites. I mean,
Nah.
okay.
Nah.
All right.
Nah.
What?
All right. Cool.
Who?
Yeah,
Who?
exactly. We're done.
My name is.
My name
Where?
is.
Why? Adjective?
Oh.
God damn it.
Oh, who just said
Damn
that
it, Tap.
That's it.
They're
Tap your.
coming for me.
I'm gonna have you know, Tap. I'm gonna build a bazooka out of Legos.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm gonna shoot those Legos right at you.
Come
all the
at
way
me,
from
bro.
Florida. All the way from Florida.
Okay.
That's a long range projectile.
I mean,
They're gonna
I can
have
drive
heat
up to
seekers
Florida to Lando Lakes, right?
Yep, just like the butter.
Yeah, I was just gonna say butter.
Yeah.
Is that your favorite butter?
Just look for the butter. It's just like big tubs of butter growing off of trees.
I'll just be walking around with the rifle and say, "Hey, I'm looking for this Adam guy."
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
that ass?
Magazines and everything. I'll be like, "Hey,
Yeah,
Adam."
he lives up in that castle on top of the mountain up there.
I was
With
like,
lightning
all
and
right,
black clouds.
time to.
It's like Gargamel.
Okay, I'm good. I better stop now before I make a certain joke. I'm not allowed.
Galaxy's Edge.
Yep. Galaxy's Edge. At
Yeah,
10
that's a
minutes.
good joke. Galaxy's Dead. That's a good.
This is a
Yeah,
great
that is a good joke.
That's a very funny joke.
All right. So let's see here.
So has anybody in here been there?
I have not.
Nope.
No.
Okay. All right.
Doomcock had an
Standards.
insider in there. Have you seen that video?
Yeah.
Anyone seen that?
Yep. Doomcock did
Which
have.
one?
He knew somebody that like works there or something. So
Didn't Jeremy go there and didn't
I know
him
he
and
went there, but this is before
Gary
Jeremy.
from what you call go to
Nerdrotic.
yeah, Gary Bueller.
Yeah, I think so.
That's what you sound like, Pete. Are you robot?
I know his mic keeps.
He said it like
down.
Madonna too. He's like nerdrotic. Touch
Nerdrotic.
yourself all over my
Body.
body.
Nerdrotic. Okay, I can't
Your body.
sing that damn song now.
It's addictive, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Damn it. All right. So let's see here. We got the LA Times. Disney stock falls after disappointing earnings report. Here's what happened.
Oh no!
Walt Disney Company's purchase of 21st Century Fox was meant to help the entertainment giant transform itself for the streaming future. But the newly acquired Fox business have caused some early challenges for the Mouse House. Disney earnings fell short of Wall Street estimates in the third quarter, dropping 28% from a year ago, partly because the worse than expected performance of Fox assets, including the movie studio that produced the recent box office flop, Derp Phoenix. Burbank Disney also continued to spend big on a streaming service such as Disney Plus, which the company believes is the key to its ability to compete for years to come. The firm also took full operational control of money-losing streaming platform Hulu, which further eroded profit. Disney is spending heavily on streaming services ESPN Plus and Disney Plus, the latter of which is expected to launch in November. On a call with analysts, Disney chief executive Bob Iger said the company will offer consumers a bundle of Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, and a version of Hulu for $12.99 a month. What say you guys about that deal?
Y'all hear that sound? Listen,
Yeah.
Listen. It's the world's smallest violin playing.
There you go, baby. There you go. I don't. They're down 28%.
I had one single fuck left. My gift to you.
Yep.
Dang, that's more than me.
I was gonna say,
the only thing I wanted to comment on is I feel like this streaming war is going to be over before it really starts, because I keep hearing about this, the streaming war, the streaming war, that. The only thing they can do now is to get Cutthroat. And the only thing that they're going to do to get Cutthroat is they're going to get The Irishman, which is something that I was going to do a video about. The Irishman is going to be a Netflix exclusive. It's going to be the next big Martin Scorsese gangster movie that's coming out. And they're going to hide that behind Netflix, which pisses me off because I just canceled my Netflix subscription. And I know they want me to re-up it just to watch The Irishman, which I don't think is fair, because Netflix is playing that game where they're going back and editing their content because people are getting offended. That's why I always cautionary to people not to just strictly stream things, because they can edit your content. If you buy a Blu-ray or DVD, they're going to have to come in your damn house to edit your content.
Yeah,
they won't get through the front door without a barrel of something in there. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So if something like The Irishman is out, which is going to be a Martin Scorsese movie, which Martin Scorsese gives no fucks whatsoever about being offensive in his movies if it pertains to his story. You know what I mean? Like, there will be racial slurs, there will be language out the wazoo. If people are going to get offended and start crying about how rough The Irishman is and they edit it, guess what? They'll have lost billions of dollars that they spent to have that movie be an exclusive on their streaming platform.
You shouldn't have to sign in. I can ask someone. I have my brother. I can let you borrow his login for a little bit.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I'm pretty sure we all know a friend.
What
I'm saying, though, is I'm not saying that I would do that. It's just I don't want to log in or do another month of that, because what they want to do is they're going to put that out at the end of their quarter so they can say, oh, well, we had the biggest quarter because literally everybody signed up for Netflix just to watch The Irishman.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a part of that problem. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
And like another cry, I was talking to the guy when I bought all those DVDs over the weekend. I says, everybody, all the stores are shrinking their digital footprint. Like they're no, I shouldn't say digital. Their physical media footprint, meaning they're clearancing out their Blu-rays and DVDs because people have gone the route of streaming services. And one of his complaints was, he says, I think it's too soon. And the day that I was in there was 1 million people hovering. I mean, hovering around the Blu-rays and the DVDs in a music store. They were mostly looking through movies. They weren't looking at CDs. They were looking through the movies because they can't find them in their favorite big box retailer. So like he was saying, I put all these movies in my queue, and then I finally get time to go watch them, and they've already come off the queue. Like they're not even available.
And Netflix is bad with showing you what expires.
Oh, they're the worst.
Yeah,
they're the absolute worst. They, perfect example, Pete. They're gonna take The Office off.
Oh, that pissed me off, dude. That is.
Does Hulu have The Office?
No,
I was angry. I just discovered that show a month ago.
Did you really just
Netflix.
now? Oh my god!
On Netflix, yeah.
Bro, that show was Oh my god, I watched that.
I couldn't get into it.
When I'm running on the elliptical, it makes good TV show. I can get through like 3 or 4 episodes in one run, so I'm actually going through them quickly. I'm already on season 3.
Okay.
So I'm getting through them quickly.
Yep.
It's like that awkward humor. It's like it's not necessarily fun, dry. It's just like there's just like a pause for silence where I guess I'm supposed to laugh, and I'm just like, it wasn't that funny. I don't know.
I saw Parks and Rec first, and I love that
Parks
show.
and Recreation.
You'll love The Office. Watch that.
The Office, I just couldn't get into it.
I love Parks.
Watched about 4 or 5 episodes. And I was like, eh.
Well, Parks and Rec got better in season 2. Season 1's kind of
it was a little rough, but it was still funny enough to keep me
like Chris
engaged.
Pratt. Chris Pratt was kind of annoying in season 1.
Chris Pratt was the reason I started watching the show.
Right,
he got
Chris
better.
Pratt can do no wrong.
Yeah,
and then you have Nick Offerman in there. Like,
yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Yep.
So funny.
Ron
fucking Swanson.
But yeah, The Office I couldn't get into, but I did watch all of Wreck while it was on Netflix. But I mean, at some point they'll take that off too. You know,
Yep.
so Disney's going to spend more money that they don't have because now that they're bleeding money, they're going to spend all this money for content that they can put exclusively on their streaming service. I mean, is this thing going to work? Because I feel like the war is already lost before it's even started.
I believe that there's gonna come a streaming crash.
Oh,
like the
yes.
old video games in the 80s.
I
it's
feel
gonna
it coming.
happen. It's
Yep.
gonna be a streaming crash.
The
only
let's start a
three-
streaming service.
Yeah. Everybody wants a streaming service now.
The place to be. There you go. That's why we got the name already.
Yep.
I've already met.
We're just
people
gonna show
who just
reruns.
they just went back to cable. All their services.
A lot of
cost too
people
much
are going
money.
back to cable. In
Yeah.
fact, I told my parents because they were like considering getting rid of their cable because they're like, well, there's no shows on. Like, that's because everything's going to these streaming services. She's like, well, should we go to the streaming service? I said no, because I feel like the streaming service thing is going to implode. And everybody's just going to get frustrated and go back to cable because the way it is now, it's like you're going to have to pay a monthly subscription for every damn show you watch.
I think
Whether
that's
it's
how
good or not.
Comcast had no problem giving up Hulu. I think they're trying to play the long game. They're like, everyone's going to come back to us.
Yep.
I think so.
Yep.
I think you're right, dude. I can
Yep.
see that coming, and people are they're going to get fed up and they're going to go back to TV because they don't want to pay nobody has that kind of money to throw around, and you're not gaining anything because you're probably paying twice as much as you were for basic cable. They'll just watch the old reruns of Star Trek on BBC or whatever. You know?
I don't really have any stream. I got Netflix, Hulu. That is pretty much it.
Yeah.
I have Amazon
just-
Prime and you Red, and that's it.
I have
Yeah,
net,
so
I
I
have
got-
Netflix.
That's
That's it.
Hulu.
I don't pay. I don't pay for Netflix. I'm the guy at the end of the account.
Yeah, so you don't even count. You don't count.
I had
Yeah.
VRV for Shudder, but once they got rid of Shudder, I pretty much already canceled VRV now.
I
I-
dumped Netflix after I watched that last thing. That was pretty much their show, and I'm like, well, this
Jesus.
show's going to start sucking. Then there's really no reason for me to stay on this network because all the Marvel shows are gone.
I've never
So
seen. I've never seen Stranger Things.
were
I've never
murderers.
seen 1 second of
Season
that show.
3, I didn't hate season 3, but season 3 was kind of rough to get through.
Yep.
Mainly, I'm gonna be honest, mainly because of Max. Max was like the SJW character that season.
Uh-huh.
Like
Yep.
she was like I had to actually fast forward my Netflix. That's how difficult it was sitting through that character.
Yep. She was the worst. She was
I had to
absolutely the
say,
worst.
yeah, like she was the
It's
SJW.
my
But
problem with
apparently-
it. I don't want to turn this into a Stranger Things episode, but it breaks character. The whole object of the show is it's supposed to be a throwback 80s sci-fi show, reminiscent of Stephen King and John Carpenter movies. It's breaking character when you start putting that SJW agenda.
Yeah,
and it's
like this stuff didn't
definitely
exist in
there.
the 80s.
It's not beat you over the head with it like some of the other stuff that we're watching, but it's the fact that it's in there at all tells me that it's going to get a lot worse. I just know it. I can feel it coming, and I'm like, there we go. We're doing that again. You know,
They can't help it.
they just can't. They
They
just can't help themselves. They have to destroy everything that we love, everything, all of it.
They're like the freaking aliens from Independence Day. They're just like locusts. They move from IP to IP. They devour everything, all the nutrients and all the goodness out of it. Then they just leave a husk and a shell and run away to the next
I
one.
actually think
Wow,
that
yeah.
SJWs are more like the break because they're not very smart. They don't move fast,
They're
and
more like the what?
fight turns into they're like the zombie outbreak from The
Oh,
Walking Dead.
Okay.
That's what
so
SJWs are.
You keep cutting out on me. That's why.
Oh, I was cutting out. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you were
Yeah,
just a little
I thought it
bit.
was me at first.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know I was
Yeah.
beep booping out. No,
Yeah.
the
Well, we respect you. That's why we didn't say anything.
Yeah.
It's
No,
Pete. Whenever he
yeah,
does something wrong, we
let
gotta
me
call him
know.
out because we
Damn.
don't like him.
Pete, we make fun of.
Damn, I hate y'all,
We gotta
man.
put in Pete.
Hey.
But
no, the
it's a place of
SJWs.
love,
They're like the
Pete.
zombie. Dead. That's what because they're not very smart. They all say the same things, and they don't move very fast. They don't think ahead. They just ruin everything that they bite. So
That's what they say.
Oh,
I can't even do it. Wow!
Sorry.
Don't ever do that again.
Yeah, please don't.
I was thinking about evolution.
That was like a SJW
Oh,
mating
Jesus.
call almost.
The movie?
Yeah, the movie Evolution.
Yes,
When
I
they're-
remember that movie.
Yep.
With David Duchovny, right? Yeah.
Yep.
I remember. Yo, whatever happened to that?
I fucking love that movie, man.
I love it.
The movie
I feel like
sucked.
Khan just forgot
No, I
about
didn't.
It sucked. It was stupid. I hated that movie.
Oh.
That was the point. It was a stupid alien
Yeah.
movie.
I think the problem with Evolution was, didn't it come out like right after Men in Black? I feel like Men in Black probably just cannibalized it.
Pretty much. It's kind of like the same thing that happened to, oh God, what was that one that,
Observer Report.
Near Dark, Near Dark
Yup.
came out at the same time as Lost Boys, and they're practically the same movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Even though they're both pretty much amazing. Like, everybody knows Lost Boys, but not everybody's seen Near Dark.
Yeah.
I know, right? I need to watch Near Dark, audience.
Near Dark is amazing.
Near Dark
really
is
That's your
good
homework
movie.
for
It's
next
finger
episode.
licking good.
We
That was
Next
directed by the
episode,
same
Eric.
lady that directed Wonder Woman. It's a fantastic. She also did The Hurt Locker. She's a fantastic director.
Was that Patty Jenkins?
I did
Patty
not like the
Jenkins?
Hurt Locker.
She doesn't get enough.
that movie.
She was.
Just
Wait, did she do that? Oh, yeah, she
Yeah.
did do the Hurt Locker.
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah, because
she?
she won
did.
that Oscar though, and she beat James Cameron's Avatar. I think that's the movie she beat.
Well,
For
I
Best
mean, if you
Picture,
watch
so-
the two movies side by side, which one has more substance to it? Avatar.
I mean, the
I
other
keep
one's
forgetting
got
Avatar is a thing.
I only liked Hurt Locker because I was actually in the military and I knew people that were adrenaline junkies like that. It's kind of a sad thing that they just never address. And I was glad that there was at least one movie that addressed the fact that people are so addicted to adrenaline that they can't live a normal life. It is something that happens to people in the military. I watched a lot of relationships destroyed. I worked in the captain's office. Every divorce came through that office. People would get married in one point, divorced by the time they got to the next point. It was very sad.
See, that's what I like with Patty Jenkins. She can do a message without kind of beating you over the head with it.
Correct.
That's
She's on
where-
everybody's level. She's just a good director. She's not trying to. She doesn't have an agenda. That's what.
Mm-mm.
No, that,
She,
And from what I
just
understand, she
wants
is
to make a
feminist,
good
right?
fucking
She
movie.
just doesn't like shoving it down people's throat.
that's what she said.
Yeah.
That's what that's where Wonder Woman wins.
That's what she said.
That's where Wonder Woman wins over Captain Marvel, and Alita wins over Captain Marvel because those characters.
That's where Alita Battle Angel wins over
Yes.
Captain Marvel.
And dude, this is the thing. Okay, so I've joked around about and there's speaking of my SJW sister, she just texted me. So we were
What,
talking.
she
She
You're
call
racist
you
again?
misogynist or a sex?
Or homophobe? Which one?
Yeah.
Are you racist?
Yeah, she called me racist the other day because I made a joke
Did she
about.
Tell her you got a
accuse
black
you
friend.
of
I did.
representing the patriarchy or something like that?
Hey,
You homophobe?
Dude, these are so many bingo words. I need somebody to actually like quote it.
No, she what the hell did she say to me? She was bitching. I made fun of something the other day, and she was like,
Did she use the word xenophobe in a sentence?
So like everything.
She did call me a xenophobe like a week ago. She's like,
Yeah,
you're
see,
just.
people never use that word in a sentence. It sounds really cool, sci-fi, but a good word that people use in a
she
sentence,
did.
unless you're an SJW.
But no,
Unless
this,
you're a Warhammer fan, that's a great
she
word
did.
to
She was
say.
like, you're just
Xenophobe.
being xenophobic. I'm like, really? I'm like,
You should
really?
do you even know what that means?
I was like,
No, what you should do
Really?
next time she
Is it
says
an
like,
adjective?
no,
Social
no.
justice is-
Listen. You know
you're
what I
like,
said to
"Did
her?
You
I
just
was
learned
like,
that word in school today? Yeah.
no. I said no. I looked at her when she called me xenophobic. I just looked at her. I'm like, do I look like Lucy Lawless to you? She's like 5'2".
He literally hates short people. I'm convinced.
Man, what did short people do to you?
Right.
I have no issue. My
A
wife is
lot.
5 foot tall. I'm not. I don't have.
Well,
a
if
thing
you ever
against
meet
short
me, he's
people.
probably going to say, "Well, hello down."
I bet he's afraid of Hornswoggle.
If anything, you should love short people. They make you seem even taller.
I do, but
Yes.
that's the thing about short people is like I'm 6'3", man. They scurry around down there, and I can't see what's going down all the time, and it scares the shit out of me.
God.
Oh shit!
So many
you
Hey,
trigger bells
I
going off,
wish
man.
no. I wish y'all could see this right now because as soon as I said that, they scared the shit out of me. My wife just poked her goddamn head in the door.
Are you-
she just sitting there smiling, and she closing the door. She's probably gonna fucking stab me in my sleep now. God damn it! But she did too. Literally, I'm not even joking. I wish I had I wish my fucking. I don't want to crash the bitch again, but if I had a camera, I would turn on because she just literally like walked right in the door and just sat there and just stared at me when I said that. I'm like, fuck. I'm getting shanked. That's it. This has been the place to be reviews, and
As you should.
and Monica's taking over because I'm gonna be dead. So yeah. Wait.
She's
what-
probably the one that's going to land the fatal blow.
Yeah. No, but before I got derailed, by myself again. But that's the thing, like you said about Patty Jenkins was supposed to direct Thor 2: The Dark World, and
Probably would have been a better movie.
it would have been
And that's why I was
amazing.
saying, I was like, okay, back when we're pissing and moaning about the DCEU, like you got one hit. Why don't you let her take over
Yep.
and let her do the damn movies because she understands what a fucking superhero is.
Yes, dude.
And the weird part is,
She
wasn't
gets
Patty
the
Jenkins the only
mythos,
director
okay?
they didn't sign to multiple movies?
I know.
It's like she was the one they did have faith in.
Like you had an Academy Award winning director in your ball court and you didn't do anything with it. You know,
she made a
like
better Thor movie than Marvel did.
Yeah.
You know what the DCU reminds me of? It's like when you're watching a bad horror movie and you're yelling at the screen like, he's right behind you. Turn around. What the fuck is your problem? Why are you screwing these movies up? Turn around. It's right there in front of you.
All right, full disclosure, outside of Batman v Superman, I actually do like the DCU.
Mm-hmm.
I hear you judge it. I hear you judge it, especially you, Pete. Stop judging.
No. I Justice League is a hot mess, but I like the movie because Batman.
And see, yeah, I love Justice League.
Batman.
They've had a couple of hits. I think they're going to course correct. And you know what? With Marvel falling apart, yeah, I think it's going to reverse. I do.
DC is going to take over again. They're going to take the top spot again, and then Marvel's going to be the one we're back to making fun of.
I'll go see anybody that's going to give me a decent movie at this point. This looking at this winter lineup, I'm just like, wow, there's just a whole lot of fuck all to go see right now. I'm not excited about anything coming out later.
I don't care about anything until
I'm sorry, I take that back.
And Wonder Woman 2.
It Chapter 2 and Wonder Woman 2. Outside of that,
the only two I care to go see.
Wait. Now, see, you're totally like sleeping on the month of November this year. We get Cats, we get Charlie's Angels, we get Terminator. I mean, that's a hell of a month right there, isn't it? Look at those.
Hold up. I would like to watch Terminator 2 again.
Yeah.
And I do like the Charlie's Angels with Cameron Diaz. The first one was good.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yes. But
anything
I
else,
don't want to
what
see
you're
the
talking
T1000.
You don't want to see the LGBT 1000?
No.
Trademark.
I don't want to see Mackenzie Davis.
Hey,
I'm not convinced.
But if you're a low key,
sexist,
I was just gonna say,
very
I am.
If
everything I've seen so far is hot trash.
If
trash.
If you're a low key closet misogynist, Mackenzie Davis will scare the fuck out of you, says director Tim Miller. No wonder you're not directing another Deadpool movie.
I actually am gonna go see. I'm not excited to see it. I'm going to do it just to review it.
Dude, we made.
I'm expecting absolutely. Yeah, Terminator Dark Fate.
Soul.
I'm going to see it just because I'm Groovinator, the Cynical Cyborg, and I want to cover that movie because I promised everybody on my channel that I was going to cover it. I'm going to go see it. I'm hoping it'll be good. I'm hoping something in it will surprise me and not piss me off. But I have absolutely zero expectations going into it.
Do you remember?
Not all heroes wear capes, man.
Do you remember?
Somebody's got to take one for the team, right?
The bet we made on that.
Good luck with that.
Do you remember that, Adam?
We'll
the
be
bet
praying
we made?
for you.
Oh yeah, you're gonna go see.
Yep, I gotta go see fucking Charlie's Angels because I went to see the first two in the theater.
You gotta see Charlie's Angels, and I'm gonna see
I went to see Charlie's Angels, and I went to see Charlie's Angels Full Throttle in the theaters because Cameron Diaz.
And I'm gonna expect that review on my desk next month.
I will do a full review for the fucking podcast.
Double face, spell check. No, I'm just kidding.
And I will do one for
check your adjectives.
Oh my god damn it.
It always comes back.
It all circles back to the adjectives.
Adjectives, the true villain
because it's
of
the basis of sentences in the English language. Like, come on.
But the thing is,
I kind of learned this back in elementary.
Right.
Jesus.
That's what I'm saying. I'm the non-grammar. I should not know that.
But the
For
thing.
God's sakes, my avatar is an adjective right now. The green arrow.
I got
He's
nothing.
about to boot me off of this.
I got nothing. No, you
because he knows I'm right.
You just,
ladies and gentlemen, adjectives, the true
hasn't-
villain of the Place to Be Reviews podcast.
Adjectives, arch nemesis.
If he hasn't kicked me off yet, then he ain't gonna kick me off.
I can monologue like a goddamn supervillain all day, but you put an adjective in front of me and I'm fucking dead.
Yep.
I'm like, god damn it.
And that's why I'm concerned. I mean, really, I am. That's a legit concern.
It shouldn't be though, because Taps read my work so far. He's snuck out again. I think he did, the sneaky little sneaker. No, he's there. Oh, he's muted. He's muted, but he's creeping in the background. He's read my writing. Hey, if my
Probably
author
playing a video game.
he is. He's
I'm
loading.
not muted. Damn it! I was muted the whole time. Oh my god! I didn't even realize.
And ladies
I'm
and
moving
gentlemen,
around. That's why, but I'm still here.
this
Now I'm just wondering what was Tap going to say.
I know. I was waiting for him.
What did you say that we missed out
Let's-
on?
We're gonna replay all
Not
of
much.
Oh wait, hey,
Not
We're gonna
hey.
have to re-release this
Did-
episode. Try
did
to
you
beat
see
Avatar.
Goober Brothers Entertainment is in the chat. He said he's literally offended by this live stream. Yes, we're literally. Are you literally shaking too?
I warned you guys that I was going to ruin your Wednesday night. Mission accomplished.
And he
Yeah.
also said the movie Chusters needs to happen, and that's one of the movies we made up, and we have not made a new movie tonight yet, so we need to do that before the end of the night. And let's just recap of what we have so
It'll
far.
happen.
Should I
Let
work
these-
on the
will.
script?
So
yeah, let these things happen naturally.
Yep. So
Yep.
far, I'm just bringing it up. So far, we have Kung Fu Fried Green Tomatoes. We have Willard 2. They Squeak at Night. We have Chusters, and we can put in quotation marks. That's Cholo Busters. And then we have Horlando Trans Fight Club. So those are the movies.
How about
Those
We're going to
Advent
make
Day?
so much money from these movies. It's not even.
I can't wait to cast Horlando Trans Fight Club. That's going to be fun.
Well, just look,
Mhm.
Unicorn Store got made. So how hard can it be to get your movie made?
You know,
You
right?
just have to know somebody. You just have to be able to fund it. Yeah, you just have to have enough money to put
Not-
into
No,
it.
I'm not sure money's involved.
Not
Well, we're
only-
going to crowdfund it. Is what we're
yeah. Not only
because
Unicorn.
right now all I got is a webcam. I need
You're gonna have
cameras
to do
make
dark,
these movies.
depressing things that you have to live with for the rest
We
of your life.
we can fudge a little bit with the costumes, but I actually do need cameras.
I think
so.
I think Zack Snyder's available if we want some dark and rainy shit. I mean, I don't think he's doing anything these days. So.
Oh, if you absolutely need a director, I'm pretty sure Dwayne Johnson ain't doing shit right.
I don't want my expectations can't take any more subversion. I'm literally subverted out. I've got subversion oozing from me right. Oh wait, that's not subversion. Never mind. But yeah.
The only way to subvert my expectations now is to see a Star Wars movie that's good.
Yes. Amen.
Right.
Amen.
I
That
don't
would blow
think
my
that's
mind.
scientifically possible in this day and age. You're gonna have to come
Impossible.
back about a decade from now and wait for
I promise
society
you,
to
Adam,
fuck
there's an
itself.
alternate reality right now where episodes 7 and 8 did not suck.
I believe you. I do.
And I'm
I
gonna
know, we
find the
live in the
technology
alternate
to
reality.
get to that.
We are the
universe.
alternate reality.
Yep.
Somehow
we're the
we got
darkest
derailed.
timeline.
Yeah, somewhere derailed.
We're
Yeah.
definitely not on Earth 616
We need the
anymore.
sliders our way into that universe.
I
Did
agree.
you say sliders?
Yes.
Yep.
Like burgers?
No.
I knew that's what you
No.
was going.
Oh my god.
I'm like,
oh my
burgers?
God.
Is it
No,
gonna be the TV show?
It's the TV
No,
show.
It's
The
the
burger.
sliders.
Nope, the burger.
White
You still
Castle.
hungry,
But White
Monica?
Castle does sound amazing right now.
Starving.
I know. I
The
am
White
too,
Castle.
little one.
No.
Nobody can ever be
Like,
hungry
oh,
enough
she
to eat
gets my
White Castle.
reference. Cool.
Dude,
Come on.
I ain't
Wait.
that hungry. I eat Whataburger or something.
Hey, no.
Give me some Burger King.
You get
Dude,
White
Whataburger's
Castle.
great. I miss those, man. When I was stationed down in Ingleside, those were some good hamburgers, sir.
Right?
hell
I
no,
know,
man.
right?
You get White
They were
Ca-
open all night long, and you could get a good hamburger. Ugh.
We went to a
Oh,
White
I think we're gonna get
Castle.
a hamburger tomorrow. I'm gonna get some Whataburger tomorrow.
We always go there when we're drunk, when we're down in Detroit. That's like you go to. There's one just south of 8 Mile, by where my wife, her parents live, and so we go over there. And the last time we went there, this was probably like I think this is before. Well, no, the grandma was watching the kid. So yeah, but we come back from the bar, and yeah, I was driving through the alleys like on the way to get there because I was like, there's no way I should have been driving. And we get there and go in, and I think we ordered like 24 fucking hamburgers and like 3 bags of onion chips. And in the morning I woke up and there's like 3 burgers left. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, how many did you eat? She's like, 3. I'm like, ooh, we're not driving home today. You can't after you eat that much White Castle, being anywhere away from a facility. No, not good, especially being on a highway. No, not gonna happen. So
Dude, I have nightmares about public restrooms. I
Oh.
do. I have a
shit.
real terrible phobia
Yep.
with that.
oh,
yeah.
dude, I'm a
I
germaphobe.
feel like that came up in one of the questions I asked you.
Did
Going,
it?
yeah, I think it did actually. A couple episodes.
Yeah.
Going to the movie theaters like mine. Like I love going to the movies, but I hate going to the theater because theaters are disgusting. And yeah, it's just a germ infested fucking cesspool.
Because it's dark and you can't see the dirt, and you're pretty sure that mushrooms are growing or something.
oh, it is. It's
you
like
can smell them when you walk in.
it's
Yeah.
like a cesspool. It is.
It's like mushrooms and stale sex.
It smells like. Why does it smell like sweat and shame in here?
It's my kind of theater. Bring back the drive-ins, baby.
Bring back
Woohoo!
dude. There, I got to go to
I missed the drive.
I got to go to a drive-in once
Yeah.
as a kid. They had one. There was actually two of them in the town where I live at one point, which I think it would have been cool if they because the slab from one of them is still kind of standing out at the edge of town because it was like just outside of town as you're going towards the expressway, and it's like nothing but a field now. But like the slab that the screen used to stand on is still there, so it's just kind of neat. But.
I want to say the last drive-in movie I saw, double feature with the Ice Pirates and Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock.
Oh wow.
Yeah, been a while.
That was a
Once
little
to a
before my
drive-in.
time.
Yep, I know. Thanks for reminding me.
You're
My
welcome.
last drive-in was, I think, Fast and Furious 1.
Wow.
Yeah, Fast and Furious 1. You know, back before they were superheroes and they were just stealing DVDs.
DVD players. I'm going under semi trucks.
Yeah.
Well, we had those Fast and Furious movies young too, Alex, and they were called Cannonball Run,
Cannonball
and Smokey
Run.
and the Bandit.
Yep.
I've seen
So
those.
nothing new.
Hooper.
Eastbound and Down. Big wheels. Oh
Oh,
god.
that's my show.
I was just gonna start singing the song from Smokey and the Bandit. Eastbound and Down.
I almost
Big
did.
wheels.
I stopped myself.
Yep. Oh god, I love those movies. The best well, that's like actually one of my favorite Family Guy cutaways is when they go and it's Burt Reynolds and Sally Field in the car, the Trans Am, and Stewie and Peter run to him. He's like, Trans Am. He's like, have fun with some of that hot Sally Field. Ugh. And then they just pull away. He's like, yeah, and Burt Reynolds is like, yeah, thanks. He's like, he just made some smart ass comment about it. And the funny thing is, Burt Reynolds actually lived in the town where I grew up in Merritt, a little town of about 300 people outside of Houghton Lake. That's where Burt Reynolds was from.
Yeah, one of my
Seventy.
uncles, he's a private pilot, and he flew him, I think, to somewhere in Hawaii or California, something like that. It's like, hey, I know where he lived. It's crazy.
Oh God! All right, so let's see here. Before we go, let's see what.
So Disney's losing money and
Yes.
nobody cares.
Yeah, we were.
Glad.
Disney.
I thought we were Terminator.
Were we on Terminator?
No, I was
I think
talking
we were
about the.
Terminator.
I was talking about the Disney
I don't know. That was
article.
about 8 cutaways ago.
Yeah.
I've lost
I'm talking
track.
about Disney streaming, the stream war.
Where are we at?
I'm the
There
one
you
that
go.
took us out on the streaming war because they kept mentioning
Mentioning.
all this stream stuff, which it seems to be their primary focus is they want to get on top of the stream war. I think they think that's where they're going to make all their money back, and I felt like that war is over before it's even started. I just feel
Trying to
like
cross the streams. We know what happens when you do that.
across
you
the
heard-
streams, Ray.
I just
Have you
watched.
heard
I
the-
just
the-
watched
the
Ghostbusters
new-
again the other day.
By the
Have
way,
you heard the
I'm
new Disney debacle that they released, that movie,
Oh,
What's that?
last weekend?
What?
which one?
What
It's
movie?
the Descendants movie. Have you heard about those?
Oh god,
I've heard of those. I've never
Yeah.
watched them, but I've heard
I
of them.
think
Yep.
kid's a little too young still, but my nephew, he is like into musicals. That's his thing, and he loves the first two. And the third one that I think it just came out like this past weekend. They basically pulled a Captain Marvel and made it all about like political and closing the gate
really?
and all
Shit.
this stuff. Yeah,
Really?
I was legit mad. Which I know that they do that shit all the time in kids' movies, but I was like, why did it
Should
have to
just
be
stick
one
to High
that
School
he
Musical
loves?
movies.
Yep.
Right.
I feel like if I had to summarize 2019 in one word, it would just be a face palm. Just one continuous face palm present all of 2019.
We have to put 2018, 2017, and 2016.
Yeah,
Yep.
but you know what? There was a couple of
And
things
it's like
that
you're
came
right
out in
here.
those years that were right, and this year it's just like,
Up until Ghostbusters.
oh,
That of which we shall not speak its name. That movie is the biggest. Like I don't even.
you
That's
know,
the
my
bane of our
sister
existence.
hates that movie more than I do.
See, it's funny because my one sister, like I said, my SJW sister's like, that movie was so good. It was, you just fucking don't like them because they're women. I'm like, no, they were stupid and they were horribly written and the movie was dumb.
Wow, does she have the official does she pay like dues to the SJW union and carry a card in her
She comes out every day praising the sun.
Seriously, man.
Dude,
It's like, did she have the t-shirt too? I mean,
I'm not. She was wearing
every cliche is so blatantly obvious.
Bro, she was wearing a Bernie Sanders Hello Kitty shirt the other day. All right, man. I'm not even fucking joking. She wore that shit to my parents. She wore that shit to my parents' house, and my dad fucking looked at her. He just shook his head. He's like, "Oh my god!" I said, "Dad, hit her with the fucking. You didn't come from these loins, god damn it." I was like, "Hit her with the line, Dad. Hit her with the line."
All the evils Ghostbusters bought us.
Oh, dude, you're gonna see some pictures of the car he's building. He's got that. It's in the garage now. It's a '66 Fairlane, all original matching numbers, with the 390 in it. It's cherry, like cherry red. Yeah, he's putting the engine in it. He's having neuropathy surgery today, and he'll be putting the engine in it this fucking weekend. So for those of you kids at home who don't know,
that's Motorhead speak for I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Neuropathy surgery. He's having
part of a car.
No. The parts about the car.
Oh, his.
That's what I just said. It's the part of a car.
Yeah, his 390.
Yeah, I don't know shit about cars.
390 is just the engine. That's how many. That's a cubic feet of the engine.
I am completely stupid when it comes to
why is the engine
where
blue?
The gas goes.
Why is the engine blue? It's original, bro. That's the original color of the engine.
But why is it blue?
Because it's a Ford.
Why could it be pink though, or like red or?
Because it's not.
Are you triggered by the color blue, Tap? Does blue bring back some kind of childhood abandonment issues? Or
he's triggered. Yep, that's a bingo.
Trigger.
That's a.
I need it to be in one of these articles. Pete stopped reading, so we're gonna.
All right, so next article,
Monday
Taco
notes.
Tuesday talk.
Yep.
With
Okay.
Taiko Wachichi Chitty Bang Bang Taco Tuesday.
Fuck that guy.
Taco Wakanda.
Fuck
him and his loud shirts and his bullshit and his antagonistic garbage.
His fucking accent.
I'm only gonna refer to him as Taco Tuesday from now on. That's his fucking name.
Is Mount Titi Taka?
Titi Pata.
Have you seen the LeBron James Taco Tuesday videos that he does?
No.
Nary, I have.
They're hilarious.
I have nary, not no.
Let's check it out.
Seriously.
Does anybody enjoy sports over here? Just me.
Just
I
hockey,
do. I watch.
NHL.
I watch football. You know that. Lions are playing.
I watch throw the ball in the air.
Once hockey season starts, you got see a lot less.
Yeah.
The Lions are playing the fucking Pats Friday night. So. All right.
My Facebook page will just be all me bitching about sports.
The Lions opening night. It's the clash of the staff. Is all that is.
Yep. That's it. It's Matt Patricia versus Bill Belichick, and that's like.
But we've signed on like half of their.
It'll be me going off on a tirade about Bowman made a bunch of dumb trades in the summer.
All right, so let's
not.
Let's do this Bounding into Comics article. All right, so
our favorite.
Yep, Bounding into Comics. John F. Trent, Marvel's Thor: Love and Thunder director. Tiki Barber trolls Thor fans. I'll ruin your mythos in a minute, baby. Yeah. All right. So, Marvel's Thor: Love and Thunder director Tuki Wakaka took to Twitter to troll fans who don't like what they're seeing and hearing concerning the upcoming Thor film. Wapupu trolled a number of fans who expressed their concern regarding the film. In one reply, he told a fan, "I'll ruin your mythos in a minute, baby." And this is MB Mars.
He kind of already did it, right?
Yeah, yeah. I was
he kind of did. He really did.
He kind of did it. In a minute, he was correct.
Yep.
But the thing is he picked a franchise, or he picked a character people probably cared out to ruin.
He did. That was it.
Now he's just going to ruin it some more.
Honestly, I never hated I think Dark World is probably weak, but I don't hate it. I like Thor 1. It's the only one that felt the most like Thor. Like, I feel bad about it, but I was like, yeah, I don't hate these movies. I hated Ragnarok. I walked out of the theater with Ragnarok.
Okay, Alex, you remember before the Thor movie came out, my most recent memory of Thor when he used to show up on the Incredible Hulk TV show. You remember
real
that?
Thor. The one true Thor. Yeah, oh yeah. I made a meme about that. You saw it, right?
That was my original memory. God, this guy's a fucking nerd, man. What a dork.
But you know what though? At least that Thor was still a badass.
Yeah.
If you say so. I thought he was a nerd. Yeah.
Hey, when it was time to get serious and fight, he fought. ain't like Kevin who gets slapped around by everybody.
Kevin Thor.
That's Kevin.
We got Jake
Fucking
Skywalker.
Kevin.
We got Kevin Thor.
That's right.
Seriously
sorry,
though,
Pete.
guys, I am so tired of this, man. I am so over it. I just antagonistic bullshit. I just feel like if I came really close to making a video on subjects. I'm like, well, I guess I gotta talk about this now. And then I'm like, no, fuck it. I don't want to do a talk. So my way around it is I kind of put a little bit of a nod in my video and just thought of every possible way I could mispronounce Tuki Taka's name and just do a series of jump cuts. I mean, just completely butchering the shit out of his name. But part of what I said was true. If we just talk about this stuff 24/7, it's so depressing. It
It
physically
does.
makes you ill. It's like,
It does.
and I want to quote Black Angus Reviews. He left an awesome comment on one of my videos recently. He says, the fandom menace has become an echo chamber for just negativity, and we're not like producing enough original content. We're not talking about things that we like. We're not talking about things that we're happy with, or looking forward to something. It's like you look through my feed, and it's like we all have to say our thing about what this asshole said, and we all have to say our thing about what that asshole said, and I'm so tired of it. I am beyond tired.
It's almost hard to find.
That's why we have Pete for
the good stuff that you like. It's like I would love to sit here and talk about like Star Wars all day, but it's like,
yeah,
why
I miss being excited about things.
Yep.
I had time, and it wasn't that long ago. Like around March, where they'd start announcing all the summer movies that were coming out, and there would at least be 4 or 5 of them. About 3 of those would wind up sucking, but at least I was excited about them because they would have a good trailer, or they'd have a good hook, or at least a neat look to them. Like they would have they would find somebody to hook me. And now it's just like, have I hit that point in my life where I've become my parents, where I'm not happy with anything new anymore, or are things just that fucked up?
No, they're just that fucked.
They're just that fucked up.
It's just hard to believe that this many
remember this.
have been that
Think
fucked
of
up.
how you felt when Alita came out. When the good stuff happens, you still feel it. You still feel that joy.
And it took some convincing to get me to go see it too, because the hook for that was like, oh well, it's based on a manga. I'm like, well, read manga. What would I know?
Same
you know
here.
what I mean? But then when somebody said, "Oh, well, it's cyberpunk," I'm like, "All right, well, if it's cyberpunk, then I'll go see it." And yeah, it's good cyberpunk. Doesn't matter what it's based on. It's a decent movie. It's a good sci-fi action movie.
I'd never read.
Don't let Disney hear you say that, even though they own it.
Right?
Listen to me, Disney. Listen to me. It's a good cyberpunk action movie. And you know what? Typically, cyberpunk does not do well at the box office, because another really great movie, Blade Runner 2047, I went on opening day with my sister, and that theater was pretty empty. And that was frustrating. I'm like, this movie is it's depressing, but it's a beautiful fucking movie. If you like cyberpunk and you like the mythos behind cyberpunk, it was a perfect movie. And it was a movie that wasn't trying to set up sequels. It wasn't a movie that was trying to go in a different direction. It was respectful of the source material, and it actually moved the story, if anything else, which a lot of sequels seldom do. Most sequels you watch, they're just kind of retreading the same thing from the last. They have to hit all these same
like Super
beats.
Troopers too.
Yeah. Well, I kind of like Super Troopers too.
I haven't seen that.
I
one
liked
yet.
it too. I
kind of liked it. Yeah, I did. Not as good.
Yeah,
but
Super
I
Troopers
kind of
2
liked it. I remember watching. I was like, "This is not that bad."
Yeah, it's not a bad movie. It's just
but it is hitting all the same beats.
Yeah. Like even the twists are the same.
Right. Yes, it's like you see it coming. It's like, oh, they're gonna do that again. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. I hear you. Yeah. It's definitely better than Anchor.
I didn't mind Anchorman too much. It's not as good as 1, but
there's that one part in Anchorman 2 where they're basically apologizing for how bad the movie is about halfway through.
I know what scene you're talking about.
Breaking the fourth wall, like, well, at least.
Oh man, let's never get an Anchorman 3.
I'm sorry, Pete. I derailed your podcast. I totally own
I think we've
that.
all derailed it at some point today.
It's just
the theme of the day.
Is he gone?
No, I'm here.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry I derailed your podcast, but I'm beyond tired of this echo chamber of negativity. And I feel like these people do
we're good.
this because these people enjoy ruining things for everybody else. They just ruin things. They exist only, they gain happiness by just winning. They're not progressing society. They're not helping anything. It just, why would he say this headline if he,
Yep. He's just
why would he say that to?
He's
a troll.
He's just trolling.
I'll ruin your mythos in a minute, baby. Well, fuck you. You know, who the hell are you?
Well,
I mean, seriously, who are you before
Tuesday.
Before Thor Ragnarok? You were just the guy that did What We Did in the Shadows, which is
people don't even know what that
independent
is.
movie that a couple people like.
Yeah,
Yep.
I still don't know what that is.
I'll tell you what it is. All right, it's basically it's about 3 vampires that live in a house. It's kind of like one of those shot like a documentary type deals, and these vampires are not terribly good at what they do. All right, so it's a comedy. It's a comedy about 3 vampires. Yeah, it's a comedy about 3 vampires living in a house. It's fun, but I liked it. But that is pretty much the limit of what he can do. Is comedy. That's it.
That's all he did. And he wanted to do a cure. Like what in the what? Who was smoking crack that day to figure? Let's give him a cure. Come on.
Have you seen the shirts he's wearing? All the crack he could find, and he get it in like any square space around him. If there's crack to be found, he got
all the crack.
His shirts offend me. His shirts are offensive.
Everything about him.
Everything about him offensive.
I want to burn his clothes.
All right,
I used to be a little nicer to Ghostbusters 2016. I still thought it was a terrible movie, but I never thought it was the worst thing. But now I hate it just because I now know that
because
movie.
of what it represents. Yeah.
Well, also because
of its
responsible for Ragnarok.
Right, because of how cynical it is. Yeah, it's cynical. It like when it first came out, I wasn't like offended that they were going to reboot it with a female cast. That didn't really bother me. But then they did, that wasn't enough. Now it's every other movie that comes out is doing literally this. And it's like, how many times can you?
So that was nice the first time because I saw it for free. I got a free ticket when I got the original 2 movies on Blu-ray. So I was like, that was nice. But then when I bought it the second time, now I had spent money on it. Now I'm thinking about it. I was like, this is stupid.
Yeah. I think the most offensive thing about it is really not that funny. You know, and I thought, wow, all of that backlash for a movie that's really mediocre at best.
Yeah, I don't think it's the worst movie ever, but I do think it was a movie that, just didn't need to be made.
No, the worst movie ever is the Blair Witch Project.
Which one?
The Blair Witch Project.
I mean, the Blair Witch Project?
No, the Blair Witch Project's funny. The Blair Witch Project.
The Bear Bitch Project. What? I saw that shit in the theater when that first came out. There were people literally leaving the movie theater getting motion sickness from that. It was,
dude, I went too because people I worked with told me.
Yep.
Like, and I saw it, and I was like, wow. The movie lost me halfway. This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. I felt like I went into one of those.
People thought that was real.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
Did.
People actually thought my roommate thought it was real, and the only way I could convince him that the movie wasn't real was when I was watching. Remember, MTV used to have The List.
Yeah,
remember that they had the TV show called The List.
Yeah,
and Joshua was on the list. I'm like, there he is. There's Josh. And he didn't say anything. He just went in his bedroom and closed the door and never came out again.
Yeah,
that's how embarrassed he was.
But the only reason that movie even worked the first time is because people thought it was real. If they didn't think it was real, you didn't have
the hyper internet to nowadays there's no way they could ever pull
internet
that
would have
shit
shut
off.
that down.
Yeah.
Oh,
but because of that, we ended up getting Paranormal Activity.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't hate it because it's a found footage movie. I hate it because it breaks character. It doesn't convince me that was ever real, and I don't like it that it was marketed as being an actual thing.
It was too.
Like the marketing, the marketing was brilliant, but the movie's execution is awful. Those people are horrible people, and they deserved everything that happened to them.
And I hope they burn in hell.
Pretty much. I wanted to see them all violent, like a lot sooner than it happened.
Yeah,
and I never got that. I never got to see any of gorily chopped up or anything. Nothing. It's just it's
camera knocked
down. It's basically like one of those fun houses you go to at your local carnival, and you pay $5 or whatever, and you walk in, and it's like a door says "boo," and then you walk out that door. You know
what happened?
Yeah, it's like you just got taken. You lost $8 is what happened because that's how much.
I remember what was it, Burkittsville, the town where it took place. Remember they sued the filmmakers because no one wanted to show up in that town anymore. They were losing
Then
money.
they turned it into a tourist resort.
Yeah.
Much. Yeah. People were
which
just
became the plot to part
they
2.
invaded the town and destroyed it. Much.
Yeah.
Yep.
And all the filmmakers did was just take that as inspiration for part 2, which God, part 2.
Dude.
Yep.
Was it the book of the Book of Shadows? The Blair Witch, the Book of Shadows.
Yeah.
That was the stupidest pile of shit, and it's still better than The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
It's still better than The Last Jedi. That movie was it was the most disorganized garbage that didn't make any sense.
Well, it's better than The Last Jedi because it didn't
ruin a franchise.
What can you ruin?
Yeah, there was nothing to ruin.
Adam?
That was
the Blair Witch Project. Blair Witch Project was already a disaster.
Whenever someone tries to defend Book of Shadows to me, I always ask them one simple question: what scene did you see the Book of Shadows in?
It's literally a book called the movie called The Book of Shadows with no book in it.
Nope.
Yeah,
There's literally no book in it at all.
It doesn't even get said at all.
They just saw it sounded like a cool tagline to put on
Yeah.
a poster. Yeah.
There is never a single book in that. And I was like, where is it?
There ain't no, what's it go? There ain't no book. There ain't no shadows. There ain't no book of no motherfucking shadows. And
It's still no Blair Witch.
There still wasn't a goddamn
Maybe
Blair
we
Witch,
should have
even if there
Taika
was a Book of
Waititi direct
Shadows.
that. Maybe he should do the Blair Witch Project. Yeah, he should do it as a comedy. And just have like all females in it.
Hang on.
It took us, 3 movies to finally see the Blair Witch in person? 3 movies.
Taika's here right now. Hey, I'll take over the Blair Witch. Yeah, you want me to make that bitch come to life? I'll bring it back to life. Yeah, she'll be with Korg and Meek and Thor and the 2 dykes. She'll be with all of them. It'll be great. Yeah.
No Thor. Kevin
Thor.
Yeah, Kevin Thor. Yeah.
She'll be with Kevin Thor and the mighty Thor, that little skinny bitch that can't pick up the hammer. Yeah, she'll be right with her. It'll be fucking great.
Kevin Thor, former lead singer of Nickelback.
Oh, that's harsh, man.
Dun, 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 dun. Hey,
that's gonna be my next meme. It's gonna be Chad Kroger as Thor, but with Natalie Portman's face on.
that'd be a bad face swap. Did you see that thing in the Bullshitters Day where somebody took and put Ron Swanson's face on the whole cast
Of Cats, was it?
Full House? Yeah, they did the whole
yes.
opening of Full House, but everybody's face is Ron
Swanson. Yeah, the first frame I saw was Michelle.
I'm gonna have nightmares about that tonight because I love Ron Swanson and I like Nick Offer, but I'm still gonna have nightmares because it just that was so creepy.
Yeah, but seeing him as Michelle really freaked me out a little bit.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, so do you want me to keep rolling through the Taco Tuesday article?
Be my guest, sir.
Yeah.
All right.
I got more material.
So
I mean, it's pretty much our last article.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. So it goes, in a response to another fan who expressed his concern regarding Wakuku Kaka's Thor, Kevin Thor, that is. I'm sorry, it was Kevin Thor Ragnarok, and too much comedy. Whoopie Poopy responded, "Sorry in advance, sucker."
Jesus.
Sorry.
Which that didn't even sound like a troll. The fan who said that sounded like an honest, legit complaint.
No, this
because they're not trolling.
They're not. They're not trolling him at all. But if
that was my sister's complaint about the movie. She thought that had too much comedy in it.
As much as I crap on Ragnarok, I will say this: if you take out 99% of the comedy, there's a decent movie in there.
Yeah, there is really, because the action scenes and the cinematography and the use of the soundtrack.
It was really a decent Flash Gordon movie. That's pretty much all I can say.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's just the comedy really hurts it that badly. Like they went too hardcore on it.
It's no Buck Rogers in the 21st century, but I'll take it. That's an old one right there. What was that little robot's name? Twinkie. Twiggy.
I'm trying to figure out how the SJW and that they're gonna.
Oh god,
it's a pretty cheesy TV show.
Don't give them ideas, Adam.
Stop it, Adam. Stop it right now.
Well, we have to come up with a movie, right? We have to do Buck Rogers. So let's see, you can't call it Buck. Buck sounds like an awfully male.
Yeah.
Misogynist
Becky
name.
Rogers.
What about Bertha?
Yeah, it's gonna be Becky Rogers. There you go. He got it.
Becky Rogers.
Nailed it. Yep.
She don't need no
Bertha's
man.
still a little manly.
Yeah, Becky Rogers in the 25th century. That's the movie.
Bitty, bitty, bitty.
Becky Rogers.
But our version will just have a man. We'll just call Becky Rogers just to piss off the SJW.
And he'll just walk up to the
And-
camera and be like, "It's ma'am."
Hold up. If it's
Yeah.
still a man, can we cast Scarlett Johansson?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
I mean,
Scarlett
let's go full out.
Johansson, Becky Rogers, aka Galaxina Part 2.
Still a man.
Still a man, baby. Yeah.
Still a man.
Still, it's just a man, baby.
It's a man, baby. Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
let's see here. So, we got another one. Why Papa would respond to another fan who stated, "There isn't a single announcement regarding this movie that I've liked." And Wakaka wrote, "There, you'll get over it when you realize you don't know what you want till I give it to you." Let's read that one more time.
Let's see.
There, you'll get over it when you realize you don't know what you want till I give it to you. Says
What a bloody coont. It's a fucking coont.
Aye, this guy's
See,
a fucking
I
coon, huh?
love what I'm hearing about this movie only because I now have friends calling me up saying, "Oh my God, Alex, everything you said about this Ragnarok with me too."
Don't you
Seems to be
hate that
happening.
shit? Don't you hate it when you predict these fucking
Yeah,
things and people
remember,
look at
I
you
was
like you're
saying-
weird and you're crazy and
Yeah.
it's like, oh my God, he's Yoda. No,
Because
I
I
just
kept making.
bad.
Remember, we was talking and I was like, "Watch you." I said, "Watch what's gonna happen." Thor is basically gonna become what Aquaman used to be. He's
Right.
gonna be the joke. He's
Yep.
the one everyone
Yep.
makes fun of, and he's the punchline.
And now
Yep.
everybody,
And that's what
and now
happens.
everybody loves
fucking
Aquaman.
comic relief. Yeah.
Yeah, Aquaman's cool now.
Yep.
Aquaman
You
doesn't
already
have
had
that
the comic
reputation
relief. You had the Rocket Raccoon.
Yep.
He is the comic relief. He was the
Mhm.
Yeah.
part. He was the best. All the best parts of Endgame were Rocket Raccoon.
Rocket.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not against comedy. I'm just
No.
against bad comedy. I think
Yes.
Taika
Yeah,
Waititi does
forced
bad
comedy.
comedy.
I
Yeah.
like
I
dry,
like Guardians of the
subtle
Galaxy.
comedy, and
Yeah,
that
I
was
love
my problem
Deadpool.
with season 3 of Stranger Things. There's too much comedy in that. It's like they just
Yeah.
don't stop with the jokes.
Yeah.
It takes you out of the movie. It
Mm-mm-mm.
detracts from the story that they're trying to tell you. At some
Yeah.
point, you have to stop the jokes and tell the
Be
story. But they're
serious.
just they're trying to cram as many jokes in per minute as they can, and it gets nauseating. It wears you out. It's like a horror movie with too many jump scares. If you have too many jump scares in it, you're exhausted by the time the
And
finale
it doesn't
happens.
even
You're
affect
not
you
affected.
anymore.
It doesn't. So
Even-
having too much comedy is the same way. You have to be subtle with that shit.
Yeah, even Deadpool 1, for as silly as it was, there are moments when he's kind of depressed, when he thinks he can't get with his girl anymore.
Exactly.
He is
They still took time to tell you a story.
Yeah.
And even in comedy, all right.
Yeah.
My favorite comedy of all time, Airplane, which is thousands of fucking jokes. They're playing it straight. And some of the jokes, if you don't notice, like you won't notice it on the first pass. You'll notice the jokes in the background, like halfway through the movie, the second time you watch
Yeah,
it.
see,
Those are
that's
good
my
jokes when you don't
problem.
see
Like,
when they're not
just like
making
my
it all
man.
out in the center. Yeah. Or else they put it all in the trailer. Nowadays, all the best jokes are in the trailer, and so by the time you see the movie, it's like, oh, that was
It's
funny.
like,
the
Oh man.
All right.
But
So
Ragnarok, I just want to say one more thing. Like,
Yeah.
sitting there laughing, I've heard people say, "Well, how's he turn on the fans? How did Taika Waititi turn on the fans?" And I tell them, "Yo, this ain't the first time he did this. He did this during Thor Ragnarok.
Yep.
There's a famous IGN video, if you look it up, where he's responding to mean comments, and he is insulting anyone who didn't like that movie. It's just people like Ragnarok, so they gave him a pass on that one. I was like, man, this guy was
I didn't
always
even
a
know
dick. Yeah, there's an IGN video. Yeah, he is insulting anyone who did not like Ragnarok.
Yeah,
He
this
was always
guy,
a
I'm
dick.
looking at these comics, man. This guy is quite a fucking troll.
Yeah, did
He's
you
like twice as bad. And, at one point, I was on board with this guy taking over for James Gunn when they fired him on Guardians of the Galaxy. I am so glad he's not going to mess that one.
Yeah. You know, is fucked up is what James Gunn what
I don't
this-
recall James Gunn insulting the fans.
No, but I was gonna say
Oh,
like the
yes.
bullshit
Yeah,
with the tweets.
he doesn't insult his fans, but
No.
he does insult fans.
He does insult fans,
Okay.
but the bullshit
Yeah.
he did with the tweets and all that, what he said, and they fired him. I think that was just a work. I was in the wrestling business for 9 years. I'd like to think I could spot a work, and that was a fucking work. And then they brought him back, and like this.
He was directing for Troma. He was surrounded by goon.
Yep.
All right. You ever watched a Troma film?
Yes, yes.
Have you guys
Please
ever
don't let
seen the
SJWs
fucking
get
Toxic
Troma.
Avenger? For Christ's sakes!
Oh my god,
mean,
I grew up with those. Are you kidding me?
Right. These are the same. These people probably lived to insult each other. You get
Mhm.
caught up in that.
Mm.
It's a fact of life. If you work with people that act a certain way and you're around that shit like more than 8 hours a day or 40 hours a week, you're going to start acting like them. When I was at the warehouse, those guys would not go 2 seconds without dropping 4 words, and pretty soon I would start repeating things that I hear there. And I'm out in public, and I'm like, I got to turn my mouth down. I'm
Yep.
like, you know,
Yep.
I had to quit that job.
Weren't you a sailor?
Well, I was, but I mean,
Well, there you
that's
go.
another thing. When you're surrounded, you have to learn how to control yourself. If
Yep.
you're around that all the time, you start repeating the things that you hear, and you act just like others.
Oh, trust
So
me.
I quit that job.
Yep.
I left it because it was turning me into somebody I didn't like.
No.
That's what
I'll make a promise right now. I'll make a bet. I don't think Fat Thor's going away for Love and Lesbians.
I think they probably originally was Love and saying it is right now. Yeah.
Love
Or it's a
and
working
Lesbians.
title and they're gonna make it lesbians anyway.
Yeah, later
Love
on.
and
No,
Lesbians.
it's love.
The sad part is that actually does sound like a more legit title than Love
It does. It really.
For some reason, Love and Lesbian sounds like a salad that you get at like a vegan SJW restaurant,
I-
Love and
Wait,
Lesbians.
hang on. Wait,
Yeah.
here's okay. So here's Taika
Love and
Waititi.
Labanzo beans. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, Taika Waititi. Or hello, good evening. Yeah, I'll take a. Let me get a glass of.
Taco Tuesday.
Glass of. Hey, let me shut the fuck up, mate. You're acting a bit dodgy. Let me get a glass of
You
Merlot.
shut the fuck up,
I'll take
Kiwi.
it. Hey, listen here. You'll
Let's talk
fucking.
back to me.
I'll tell you what you want, and you'll
I'm
like it.
American, damn it! I will blow your ass away.
I'll take a love and
Tika's a-
That
lesbian.
didn't come out right.
I'll take a love and lesbian salad with extra nuts there, mate. And actually, no, put some tuna on that.
You're a guy.
And,
You can't have Love and Lesbians. You sexist.
I'm just showing I'm an ally there,
You
bro.
have to nix nuts off the menu because it's offensive. You have to call them legumes.
Well,
Remember,
give-
SJW's
Oh,
a
God, I forgot about that lagoons.
yeah, I was gonna say I don't speak SJW. I don't call them
Jesus
legumes.
Christ.
Legumes.
Can we call this episode Lagoons now?
Legumes.
Legumes.
Love and
Should call it
legumes. Call it Love and
Love and
legumes.
Lagoons. There
Love
you
and
go.
Lagoons,
Hey, we just
yes.
made our new movie. Love and
There's your-
Lagoons.
There it is. There's another one. Love and
We
legumes.
got our movie.
Oh yeah, yes. I will do a challenge.
There-
if I'm
that's
wrong.
the movie.
I guarantee
That's the movie.
Fat
Yes,
Thor is
that's what
gonna
I'm
be in that
saying.
movie.
The movie is it's Kevin Love and Legumes.
Yep. Write that down, Pete, right now.
I'm writing it down right now.
See, it happens.
Done.
See?
We do it. We do it on.
We
We do
did
it
it.
live, folks. We
Boom.
fucking do it live. Fucking,
And
we
hey,
do it
look.
live.
If Kiki Barber
Fuck
doesn't
it.
want her, we can get Lady Sif in that movie.
We can come up. We can come up with woke reboots
Right,
on the
sure, that's
fly
still working.
in 30
Hey.
seconds.
Yeah.
Hey, if Lady Sif is in that, I'm
What's her name? Jamie Alexander or whatever?
Jamie Alexander. Yep. And you know who she's married to? I don't know if they're still married or not, but she was married to Peter
Me?
Fasinelli. Yeah, she's fine, dude. Jamie Alexander is.
I wish I was married to her.
Yeah, she's married to that. Hey, do y'all remember Can't Hardly Wait?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember the trailers. I never actually watched the movie.
I love that movie,
But,
dude. I love that movie. Anyway, the
Jennifer
guy
Love
that
Hewitt, right?
yes, and the guy that plays her boyfriend is
Jennifer Boobs Hewitt.
Peter Fasinelli. He
Oh,
played
the football player.
Yep, Mike Dexter. Remember, who's gonna want you now, Amanda? Yep, that was Peter Fasinelli. But that's who Jamie Alexander's
He
married to.
upgraded.
Yeah, yes, he did.
Oh, you bastard.
And that was the thing. Like they could
I
have made.
just remember Seth Green thought he was a gangster.
Yep, Kenny.
Yeah.
Kenny with his.
Oh,
And what
the
and what
90s.
and what are you doing with those shoes? Are you getting ready for a trip to outer space? Oh yeah, those talk about shoes. But yours, do they serve an orthopedic function? Oh shit.
Remember the O'Connell brothers making appearances as high school students? They were like in their 30s, I think, at that time.
Yeah.
I just noticed on this same page while looking at it's here, third season, Stranger Things strays from made it great. Lots of good information coming bounding into comics.
It's not
Sorry.
Bounding into Comics is not a bad site, honestly.
I'm gonna bookmark this.
I've got I put them on my list of sites a long time ago, although I did feel bad including Bounding into Comics and Bleeding Fool, along with the likes of Verge, Polygon, and Gossip Cop. So
Gossip Cop.
Gossip Cop. Jesus. Those fucking and Inverse.
Friends don't let friends read Polygon.
Oh my god. And what's the other one there? Not Polygon, but the Mary Sue. And speaking of the Mary Sue, I'm gonna break into something from that in just a minute after we finish this one up. So we got another tweet here.
Oh.
Another tweet. and this is from a woman, mind you, Eva Victor. Completely normal and makes sense when Thor is a man, he is Thor, and when Thor is a woman, she is female Thor. And Tuki Papupu says, correction, she's called Marty Thor. Correction, she's called Marty Thor. So,
Virtue signaling to the rescue.
Yep. And this is
my God.
Interestingly enough, Mighty Thor's
Hold on,
title.
everybody sound the woke.
You all just sound like cattle.
There's the.
hey,
Well, I
the
don't
shoe
have a
fits,
big
right?
shell. I don't have a big shell to do like they do on the Phantom Menace when they're sounding the
Oh
Gungans.
yeah.
The Gungans.
I'm gonna make a meme out of that. I'm gonna put it up on Facebook, YouTube. I'm actually gonna
woke
have
horror.
that. It's just gonna say it.
Oh
Let's
God,
see.
Marvel, what have you done?
So this is. So
Why'd you have to ruin yourself? You used to be beautiful. It's like that scene from Jack. You used to be beautiful, man.
You used to be cool, man.
Not no mo.
I think they let Killmonger and Black Panther go to their heads.
Yeah, they did.
And look, I like Black Panther. I think the third act sucks and Killmonger sucks.
Yeah, dude.
But
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's an okay
With the
movie.
spiders in his head?
I just thought they made way too big.
Okay. And this is.
That went right to their head.
oh yeah,
Oh,
This-
so bad.
that one went badly.
I absolutely love that movie. It is in my top 5 of just my personal favorite Marvel movies. But yeah, everything you just said, man, like Killmonger, and Killmonger is like the villain that Jack Schaefer chick wants to write. These sympathetic villains that like they want to make you like. I understand you want to humanize a villain a little bit, right? But I don't want my audience to outright feel sorry for him. You know what I mean? Like to me, that kind of you know what I mean? Like I don't really. I mean, is it just me? But I don't really want like the villain to be like, oh well, you know.
You're booping out.
He's gone. He's gone.
Am I gone again? Hang on.
You've gone down
Alright,
yeah, you've gone down the rabbit hole.
Get out of the rabbit hole.
Come back,
hey,
Alice.
Come back out of the Matrix, homie.
Come to the light, Pete.
Can you hear me?
Come to the light.
I can hear
Yeah.
you.
He's back, but nobody will stop talking.
Right?
Well, that's the story of my life. And I just hit refresh on my browser, I think. So, yep, there we go. That's a shame. That's a shame. There we go. Okay. All right. I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. All right. There we go. Okay. Interaction required browsers. Okay. There we go. All right. So I'm back there. I was like, I'll let you guys talk. I'll just hit refresh on my browser again.
Refresh.
On my bros.
Yeah.
No, Black Panther. My problem with that movie was I liked it. I was like, honestly, if you look at Black Panther, it's a James Bond movie, at least in the beginning.
Yes.
You know, he's going on. He's going around the world. He's fighting. Tell me, Claw doesn't look like someone you would see Roger Moore fight.
Dude, he
Claw would
is
have
like
been an excellent James Bond.
Yeah, I was gonna say Claw would be a
But I like
Bond
Andy
villain.
Serkis. I like that.
He has Q and his sister, which I don't hate his sister. She gives him the gadgets. They have the little banter. It's a James Bond movie. I like that. People are so worried about having a black James Bond. They don't realize they had one.
They already have one.
But then
Yeah, I already got one.
in the third act, it stops being a James Bond movie and it just becomes this white people are evil movie. It just became this preachy movie.
Yep.
Like, where's the spy stuff
Fuck
at?
Whitey.
Yeah. Like, what happened? And Killmonger don't make sense. I mean,
No.
shouldn't he hate Wakanda?
Yeah,
They killed him. They
abandoned
warned-
his ass in Oakland
I
or
say it all
whatever
the
the hell
time.
it was.
Killmonger should have been an Uncle Tom. He should be Samuel Jackson from Django Unchained. He should hate black people because he's like, they've turned on me. They've left me here. White people have pretty much given him training, given him the means to get to where he needs to be. He should be an Uncle Tom.
We haven't even gotten into the special effects yet.
No, we
You guys,
Yeah.
No, we
You
haven't
guys
talked
remember
about
Iron Man when they went through painstaking details to show you how he got in and out of the costume? He had all the robot hands come out and help him in and out
Oh
of it.
yeah,
And
those are-
now
Yep.
it's just like this shit just falls off of him like little computer graphics.
But now it's like
effects.
what the
It's all
nanites or whatever,
nanotech.
right?
It's all
Yeah.
nanomite shit is everything now. It's like the
Nanomite.
lazy man's way of getting people costumes.
So
It's
the
not-
nanotech is akin to time travel. Is just a lazy device by lazy filmmakers.
it is plot armor.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Plot armor. That's all
Yep.
the fuck it is. It's just an excuse to get them in and out of their costumes
Yep.
without having to put too much effort.
Except for
into
their masks. Marvel really hates masks.
it. Yep. now everybody does that.
But you got to see the star's face.
Yep.
Actually, I'll give credit. Venom didn't.
Okay,
for the
well, let
third
me ask
act-
you a question about that
Yeah.
then, Alex. If Marvel mask, why did they put that doofy helmet on Captain Marvel?
With their fucking
She was
faux hawk.
ugly as
Have you
that
seen Brie
stupid
Larson?
thing
And
with
they
the
knew it.
fucking
Yeah.
mohawk and
Have
shit?
you seen Brie Larson's face?
Yeah, nobody
I
wanted
tried
Yep.
to-
you got a point there. Yeah,
Nobody.
And even Pete wouldn't
You gotta
smash
draw
that.
your you gotta draw the line somewhere.
There's
Even
nothing
Thanos
menacing
took
about
his
that
hat
face.
off.
All I see when I see Orton, I don't want to be.
Nobody-
That's all I ever. See.
What happened to Thor's helmet?
Dude,
the helmet
I know,
part
right?
one.
He
He had that helmet
Yeah.
on in like 3 seconds. in
Yeah.
the movie, and it actually looked
He
kind of
still
dope.
wears the helmet in the comics, so it ain't like it's something you don't use.
Yeah.
It's just like, where's that? Go look at the Infinity War poster.
It's
like
because all the
20-something
women like
superheroes.
they want to see Chris Hemsworth. So
Mhm.
that's
Well,
what
it's not
it
even
is.
that. It's just they don't want to see like. Look at the Infinity War poster. Whole like 20-something superheroes. Not a single one got a mask on. Even Spider-Man,
Yeah.
who's famous
Yeah.
for keeping his secret identity.
Yep.
He
Right,
needs
but
a
now he
secret
told
identity.
everyone.
Not
Everyone knows
anymore. Alex Jones Jameson kind of took that one away. So
No.
I heard, which makes me scared because I was like, oh God, please don't go.
Glad I
into
didn't
one
waste
more
money
down.
on that one.
oh y'all haven't seen that. Oh, I know Adam, you haven't seen it. Alex, you haven't seen that yet.
No, I don't plan on.
I haven't seen it, but
either.
you can spoil
Don't
it.
plan on
Okay,
it
so
either.
yeah,
Yeah,
the
you
the
can spoil
fucking
it. I don't-
the post credit or the mid credit scene was J. Jonah Jameson is now like Alex Jones because the Daily Bugle or whatever it is a fucking online dirt sheet, and yeah, he's basically like Alex Jones. And
I'm cool with that because they did that in the PS4.
see, I never played the game, the PS4
Yeah,
game.
in the
so-
video game, J. Jonah Jameson, he's like a podcast. He's like this Alex Jones
Yep.
type.
Yep.
So it's kind of funny. I can live with that.
Okay, well, I just that's
At
what
least
they.
they got the right actor.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. But it's such a big departure from what J. Jonah Jameson, was in the old Spidey movies that we, the Tobey Maguire, Sam Raimi trilogy. But no, I like that. But I think they really shit the bed in Far From Home by not and I'm half on the fence and half off with this that they should have included, like they were rumoring Norman Osborn buying Stark Tower and leading into the Dark Avengers. And at the end of the movie, the post-credit scene would have been him looking out over New York, out the window, and you see him say something, and he's got there's 5 other people in the room, and they kind of pop out of the shadows, and it's a Sinister Six. But they can't do that all because of licensing. But they still could have gave us a Norman Osborn tease because they've been talking about, and they're still talking about it now, and they're talking about race flipping him, and it would be, what's the guy's name from Breaking Bad? Or is it Breaking Bad?
Play Gus.
Yes, the guy that played Gus. Yes, because I never
What's
watched.
his name on?
Gus Fring. God, I
I'm
can't
gonna be
pronounce his real-
honest. I feel like if you do
DiCarlo.
Sinister Six, you got to do Doc Ock. 'Cause I'm gonna be honest.
Yes,
I've
yes.
never been a fan of Norman Osborn. I think he's the most overrated villain in comic book history. I think you killed Gwen Stacy, and that's like your big claim to fame. Like I always think
know, right?
Doc Ock was the big bad. I was like, Doc Ock has done so much
Yes.
terrible stuff to Spider-Man over years.
Yep.
Like Green Goblin just comes back to Gwen Stacy.
Mhm. Well, they were talking about
Slap that
making
ass.
Norman Osborn would be like the benefactor. He would be like the weapons guy that's like supplying the
Yeah.
villains with the weapons and tech from
I don't
Oscorp.
I don't like Norman Osborn as the Lex Luthor ripoff. I just like him when
Yeah.
he's the Green Goblin.
Yep.
I don't
Okay.
need him to be Lex Luthor. When he's pretty much when they brought him back for the Clone Saga, they just made him Lex Luthor. That was when I
Fuck
just like
all that. I
don't
just
care.
want to see Doctor Doom. Just bring
Yes.
Doctor. I want to see a
Yes.
really good Doctor
Yes.
Doom. I want to see.
Yes.
In fact, I want Doctor Doom to have his own movie. Why can't we do that? Why can't we have a movie that's just about the villain?
Didn't we talk about
Because
that before?
Hollywood can't help it. They're gonna turn him into a hero.
You give me Mads Mikkelsen and you make him Doctor Doom. It'd be fucking awesome.
Okay.
And watch it. You know what's gonna happen? That movie's gonna be him trying to get his mother from Mephisto, so he's still the good guy. He's gonna be just like in the comics.
So we were talking about this like what 2 months ago, Adam, on the fan cast
Yeah, we
about
were. I remember.
what
Yeah.
they should do with Doctor Doom, because they're all this talk about them bringing in the Red Hulk and the Thunderbolts in Phase 5 possibly, or in Disney Plus, because they've rumored a Thunderbolt show, and they've kept James Thunderbolt Ross around long enough. They've been toying with the idea of the Red Hulk. So here's the fucking deal. You have like I said, this is what me and Adam kind of came up with on the fly one night. You do the Thunderbolt storyline, but do it on the Cap and Bucky, the Winter Soldier and fucking Falcon show. All right. Now I would do. They're doing like a 6-episode run. I would redo it, for a second season or a second run, whatever you want to call it. Do another 6 to 8 episodes. Every episode is Falcon and Winter Soldier going after a different member of the Thunderbolts until the end of it. They've got them all in that big floating prison, kind of like they did in Civil War or whatever. And the last episode, Bucky and Falcon leave, and it's all good. You got your whatever, it's not S.H.I.E.L.D. anymore. Whoever the fuck is, they're guarding it, and all of a sudden you see this big explosion, and all of a sudden in comes fucking Doctor Doom, and that's the end of it. He basically sets the Thunderbolts free.
That'd be nice.
And that would
Again,
run.
Would you want to use Doctor Doom's debut on a TV show for a streaming service people probably won't get?
And like Alex said, they won't do it because that's what we would like.
Yep. But
Doom is going to make 1 or 2 appearances in a Fantastic Four movie. Or, and this is probably the only if they'll give, they might give you a Spider-Man one, because Doctor Doom does fight Spider-Man a whole lot in the comics. They might give you that. But other than that, I don't think they're going to waste Doom in anything other than those two.
But I mean, I think it would just be cool to take the ending of that.
Cool. It'd be awesome.
The ending of that series, and then run that into a solo Doctor Doom film. If you did that, he's in the show for literally like less than fucking 2 minutes. You get this explosion and this utter chaos, but you don't see anything except you just see all the Thunderbolts at the end of this, this cutscene. Like they're all like, kind of like, what the fuck? And then in comes Doctor Doom, boom, cut to black. It's over right there. That leads into a solo Doctor Doom movie.
Actually, hold up. I would do like this. Bring in Doctor Doom, but keep him in a silhouette where you don't actually see him. And maybe he is something like Hail Doom. Kind of like, if you remember the X-Men 90s cartoon, remember the first season ended with Sinister's hand, and you don't see him. You just see a shadow, and he says Sinister nose. And then you're like, oh, shoot, that's Mr. Sinister.
I just feel like that's one opportunity that Marvel's left off the table. They could take, they've never done a movie where you just see a normal person descend into madness and become the supervillain. DC's going to beat Marvel to it.
Yep, with the Joker. With the Joker movie.
They're going to do it with Joker, all right? You can see it I can tell what direction they're going with, and I like what I see. I do. I like what I see with that movie. I think it's going to be interesting, right? Even if it's going to be a departure from, I still think it's like it's going to be interesting.
I think Joker's kind of a departure.
And I like movies sometimes where you see just somebody just descend into madness and become the villain. And then that was one of the things that I really liked about the first X-Men movie was I liked the fact that Magneto's backstory was extremely interesting.
Yeah.
Like, and you understood his character. And they always say that a movie is good as your villain, except Marvel's made tons of money without having to do that at all.
Yeah, I was going to say, they have no good villains. They have like completely.
But the thing is when I'm watching the first X-Men movie, I get why Magneto is the way he is, and it makes him scarier because you know that he believes what he's doing is right.
Yeah.
That makes him more frightening.
He thinks he's the hero.
Right. When you think that you're the hero and you realize that to me is a compelling. There's a fine line between that, and they just never pull it off with these fucking Marvel.
They can't do it with Marvel. They got to go for
a lost opportunity. Yep. Lost opportunity.
Well, that's the problem.
You don't even have to be R-rated with it. You just have to basically make it to where the closest they came to it was they kind of nailed it with Thanos, right?
Yeah.
You kind of got his motivation, but they took a long time to get there.
They built
people forget, man. Thanos was the butt of many jokes until Infinity War. He was just the guy who sits around.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
He's just the big blue asshole floating around in space.
Yeah. No one took him seriously. Everyone made fun of him. He just sits around.
So but yeah, you give me a compelling villain, you make it Doctor Doom, you give him his own movie where he becomes Doctor Doom, and that way he's more menacing because you already know his backstory, and you get his motivation, and you understand why he is the way he is, other than being a generic James Bond villain. That's why the James Bond villains are such memes, because those movies are so short. They don't have any time to explain why these villains are.
Which is why they made him so gimmicky too.
Yep.
Right. That's why I really like Sean Bean in Goldeneye, because I get why he's the way he is. He used to be the good guy, and he lost it. You know what I mean? He lost his mind. You know, and then that made him a frightening villain.
Oh yeah. The sad thing is, but the whole Winter Soldier and Bucky, what is it? You know who I think the villain's going to be, and I'm going to be really pissed off if it is. If you read the Sam Wilson Captain America books, I think it's going to be the AmeriCops. Did y'all know about those?
No, I don't read enough comic books to know.
I have not.
Yeah,
I don't know.
The AmeriCops showed up in the Sam Wilson Captain America books. They're supposed to be like these robot cops that's supposed to police, but they're basically just really racist. And they keep going after black people. Yeah, they keep going after black people, Hispanics, and Muslims and stuff.
God damn.
Yeah. I get the feeling.
So they're going to go after Muslim Blade?
Oh God,
I forgot about that.
It makes no sense to me at all why a vampire killer even has religion.
Yeah, what the fuck? How does that even make sense?
To so many levels. Oh God, why?
You know what? I'm a Blade. I still got some faith in Blade. That's the only Phase 4 movie.
Only because they got the right actor, but I just feel like
but they have to make it R-rated.
You know how we are, man. We're like, what's the catch?
Yeah.
What's the catch?
If it's not if it's PG-13,
they brought us to that level. Yeah.
I've already dropped it. If it's PG-13, I won't even bother with it.
Yeah,
no.
It's you're not going to undo it. That's the problem. You're rebooting shit that's already been done. Now they managed to do it okay with Spider-Man. I wasn't completely opposed to. I don't mind. What's his name in Spider-Man? He's all right.
Oh, all right.
Flash. He's all right. You just got to keep.
He's better than Andrew Garfield anyway.
Who isn't?
Oh,
right?
God.
But,
I'm a better Spider-Man.
But as far as I'm concerned, Wesley Snipes is Blade. So now you have to play in that guy's shadows, and that's not fair.
You can't replace Wesley Snipes.
Blade.
Because Sticky Fingers didn't exactly pull it off. So
I didn't buy Sticky Fingers too much, but he's not Blade. He's not Wesley Snipes.
No, he's Sticky Fingers.
Yeah. With the bald head.
Yeah. He should have stuck to being an Onyx. Back the fuck up.
I will say,
big noise.
Guilty pleasure. I did like the Blade TV show. The thing is, it got better when you got to like episode 5, but it was too late. They got canceled already, but people stopped watching it.
You're a trooper, man.
There was some interesting ideas in the Blade TV show. I think episode 5, like most people already jumped off. You find out that like when Whistler found Blade, he found him as like a teenager. He was already still a kid. As a kid, he bit people, and there are vampires out there that Blade turned. So that became
Flair X said in the chat.
Yep.
Some motherfuckers always trying to ice skate uphill. Fucking love that line.
I love that, man.
There's another movie that had a great villain because he was such a sarcastic asshole. Yeah,
Deacon
Frost over here. Yeah. No, he was hilarious.
I love Deacon Frost, man.
Yeah, he was great.
It peaked at Deacon Frost.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say it got really hokey after that. Like the third Blade movie was fucking bad. That was bad.
I never saw it. I just heard it was terrible. My buddy
Trinity?
Brian said don't watch it.
Yeah, I went to the theater.
Trinity, I like it. I didn't see the TV show.
No, I went to the theater to see Blade Trinity.
I didn't mind the TV show, but it didn't need to be made.
Oh, I was the only one in the theater that showed up in Trinity. I was literally in the theater by myself. I liked it. I
don't hate Trinity that much.
I'm
one of those weird people that actually likes Trinity for what it is.
I don't hate it.
If you can find the director's cut on DVD, even better.
Yeah, Trinity's a bad movie, but it's not on that Green Lantern or Supergirl level of bad.
No. Not
like
even.
It is watchable.
Yeah.
In fact, the scenes with Ryan Reynolds were my favorite. Like he's my favorite aspect of that movie. I was like,
which is how the Hannibal King character was in the comics. He was a goofball.
Yep, that's why I found out. I'm like, oh, he's gonna play Deadpool. He's perfect.
Yeah.
And then we got Wolverine.
Ooh, you don't talk about that.
Yeah.
Weapon 11. Me and my cousin saw that movie. It was like, what is that supposed to be? What's Weapon 11? Wait, is that supposed to be
Producers,
Deadpool?
what the fuck do they know, right?
Like,
Oh,
for God's sakes, you
that
had one
fucking-
job with Deadpool.
that
one
was-
job.
that
to
was
work for the mouth, and you.
They were
Oh,
talking
God.
about that shit
I'm
in
getting
a
headache.
what was it, in a Midnight's Edge video I watched. It was an older one, but they were talking about that, how Ryan Reynolds, quote unquote Deadpool in the end of the Wolverine movie, they sewed his mouth shut as like it was like kind of like a gimmick, like it was a rib.
It's a joke.
Yeah.
It's a joke. Yeah.
Yep. So
Because he's the merc with the mouth, so they
Yep.
sewed his mouth
Yeah.
shut.
Yep.
Just because they can, because they're fucking producers. That's the kind of shit they do.
Yep.
That's what they do. They buy these independent properties,
And just fuck
and the
'em
first
up.
thing they do is they sit down with a fucking spreadsheet, and they're like, "Okay, how can we maximize asses and seats with this? Okay, well, let's change that. Let's pander this to this group over here. Let's put this in here for this representation. Let's make that. Let's change his costume. Oh, let's make his costume black because you remember every costume that came out before 2001 had to be black in every single movie. That's
Oh,
why I
yeah.
was so happy when Spider-Man came out wearing a fucking Spider-Man costume.
Yep.
I'm like, Jesus
You gotta
Christ.
blame Batman for
Yep.
that.
He's
Yeah.
wearing
Yeah.
spandex for a change. He looks
Yeah.
like the fucking character in the comic. Thank God for that.
Is it weird to think that Adam West still has the most accurate comic book Batman costume?
he does.
It's kind of terrifying, actually,
Affleck?
because I
In
I
Justice
hated what
League,
they
it
did with
is
that.
bluish.
The Justice League costume.
It's still a little
so-
weird, but it is blue and
so
gray.
bad.
I'll give Ben Affleck. He's number 2. But yeah, Adam West is still the most comic accurate
Mhm.
Batman costume ever.
Batman versus, you're talking about Ben Affleck as Batman. I wasn't.
Well, no, I was talking about in Justice League.
Yeah. His outfit and shit. I think that was was it?
Robot beep boop beep
Oh,
boop.
sorry. Was it the outfit that was blue, or is it just Zack Snyder's fucking lighting they used, his lens flares and shit?
No,
it was
the
a
battle armor he wears.
Unadjusted,
It is in the third act. It is
Mhm.
it's a dark blue.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the toy of it, if you see like a toy of it, it is blue and gray.
Okay.
It is it. I have it on 4K, and when I watched it, I was like, okay, yeah, this is clearly blue and gray. It's just a darker hue of it, but yeah.
Mhm.
let's summarize the Zack Snyder person in one phrase. Hey, you guys like the Watchmen? Let's make everything
Yeah.
the Watchmen.
Yep.
Mm.
And you get a Watchman lens, and you get a Watchman
You
lens,
get a
and you get a
Watchman,
Watchman
and
lens,
you get a
a
Watchman lens.
HBO gets a Watchman.
You like noir? You like dark superheroes? Like really fucking dark? Like so dark you'll take a nap through most of the fucking movie? We got a movie for you.
Oh God.
Not to
haven't-
mention
Oh,
trying
God.
to make a PG-13 movie directed by Zack Snyder was already
Yeah.
a big mistake, you know? It's like saying, "Hey, Martin Scorsese, would you do a G-rated movie?" Oh yeah,
Yeah. Good luck with that one, right?
No, watch. He's gonna do it one day just to troll you, Adam.
no, he did.
Personally
Yeah,
troll you.
He made Hugo. Yeah, he did it just to prove
he
that he
really?
could make a kid. Yeah, he
I
could make a
forgot
kids
about
movie.
that.
I
You know what's
I was gonna
funny?
say,
It's still
he
a good
did Hugo,
movie.
didn't he?
It's still
Is
a
it
good
really?
movie. Yeah, it's a
Oh,
kids
Jesus.
movie, but it's a PG or G-rated movie. He did just to
wow.
prove to his grandkids that he could make a movie that they could watch.
Uh,
Because he wouldn't let his grandkids watch his movies, obviously.
Yeah, you probably should.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
Martin
say.
Scorsese, you
Yeah.
gotta,
You can't let them kids watch.
you
that.
can't have thin skin watching his shit, you know.
Hey,
so-
hey, Grandpa, can we watch? No, you
Okay.
can't. No, you can't watch anything. Nothing that I've done you can see.
Now go get
Isn't
your fucking
Scorsese-
shine box.
Get your fucking
Isn't
shine box,
Scorsese,
Tommy.
Scorsese involved in the new Joker movie?
No, that was
He
a
is-
rumor. Yeah,
that was
no,
a
he-
rumor. Okay, I remember
I didn't
hearing
think
about
so.
He was supposed to be.
No,
Okay.
at one point he was attacked. It's just people bullshit ass rumors around. Nothing materialized on
Well-
that. Yeah, remember when Leonardo DiCaprio was going to play the Joker too?
Yeah,
That actually.
I
would've
don't
paid
remember
to
that
see.
one. That sounds hilarious.
Yeah,
That's
I would have paid.
fucking-
That got to the point where I was like, who the fuck isn't going to play the Joker? You know what I mean? Like seriously, like every week it was somebody different. I think at one point it was Idris Elba.
I was gonna say,
All
was
right,
it was
and,
Idris Elba or
Idris
Michael?
Elba? Yeah,
or
it's definitely
Mike-
Idris Elba.
Always
Or-
Idris
He has to
Elba.
play everything.
What about
He-
Michael
he's
B.
the first
Jordan? Was
person
Michael
they
B.
call
Jordan ever gonna play the Joker?
every-
Man, fuck that guy.
Like we need to make a new Santa Claus movie. Idris Elba, what are you doing this weekend?
Yeah, apparently Hollywood thinks he's the only black actor around. That's just
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah,
I mean,
they,
we got
they
we
are on
have
that
other
Idris
actors
Elba
out there.
dick, dude. They can't get
Yeah.
off of it. Yeah.
We got other actors. We got.
I
I
think
don't
you
know.
got that backwards, Adam. I think
DC's
he's sucking
biggest problem-
something.
DC's
think so?
biggest problem, and
Yeah.
I'm so glad they're getting away from it now. Is they tried to turn the whole universe into Batman.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's funny to think now,
they
out
couldn't
of
even
all
get
these
that
movies
nailed
they
right.
got, out of all these movies they got now, and I'm speaking as someone who loved Man of Steel, the most popular movies were the ones that didn't have Batman and Superman in it.
Yep. Wonder Woman and Aquaman.
I hear so many people keep saying, "Oh, the DC's going to die without Affleck. It's going to die without Affleck. He's like Robert Downey Jr." I was like,
They've
no.
had a taste of the good life with the least likely characters. They had a taste of the good life.
Yeah, Gal Gadot and the Jason Momoa, those are your Robert Downey Jr. You need to keep those two around, and you're good.
That's why I always say that I was glad I went to go see Wonder Woman in the theater. Jesus, that was a better Superman movie than the Superman movie we got, because her character
on Batman and Superman.
Her character felt more like Superman than actual Superman. That's messed up.
I liked Man of Steel. I've watched that a couple times.
I like Man of Steel.
I bought it the other day in like the $3 bin at Walmart, and I just enjoy it. I don't mind. I know I don't mind. Like I said, everybody shits on Justice League and all that, and I'm
a Christopher Reeve Superman guy until somebody dethrones it.
Yeah, see, no, and I'm not gonna take that away, because those are the Superman movies that I grew up with, because we're basically the same age. I grew up with Christopher Reeve and the Donner movies, you know what I mean? And but
right.
I
didn't have a problem with what's the guy that played Superman? What's his name?
Henry Cavill.
I didn't mind Henry Cavill in the role. I just thought that the movie that he was in kind of sucked.
Yep. No, I don't like Amy Adams. I don't like Amy Adams as Lois Lane.
No, she was terrible.
No, not at all.
Yeah, every live action Superman I've always liked. I can't think of a single live action one I dislike. Even
did
Brandon
you
Routh,
like Superman Returns with Brandon Routh?
Superman Returns.
I never saw that,
but I like Brandon Routh.
I never saw that one.
Hold up, Pete. Did you see Superman 1?
The very first, like with Christopher Reeves or with Brandon Routh?
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Superman the motion picture.
You saw Superman Returns.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically the same thing.
Okay.
Lex Luthor even has the exact same plot.
But I did like Brandon Routh.
Yeah, I like Brandon Routh. I feel like he got short.
I did like Kevin Spacey as Lex Luthor. He was actually really good in that role.
But they should have made him more serious. I get what they were trying to do, because
I think they had too much humor in it.
Well, not that much. Well, here's the thing. I also understand Superman Returns. People don't realize it's supposed to be Superman 5.
It's supposed to be it's supposed to be Superman 5. It's a direct. It's supposed to be that universe.
Well, it ignores 3 and 4, but it does reference 1 and 2. But I was like, it's basically supposed to be part 5. So I understand it. I let it slide. I was like, he's supposed to be Gene Hackman. He's not Clancy Brown.
No.
I wish he was Clancy Brown.
Brandon Roth is actually playing Superman on the Crisis on Infinite Earths.
The DC crossover, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And this
I've heard of that.
I love the Flash TV show. The Flash is next to Batman, probably my favorite character. Grant Gustin, I really wish they would use him in they would just cancel the TV show and use him in the movies. They won't. I think Ezra Miller is
Dear God, they should.
Grant Gustin is a perfect Flash. He is Barry Allen. Like I just like when I think, about like just like the mental image you have of like Barry, that is like Grant Gustin like is perfect in that role. Now the rest of the cast in that show, I not so crazy about. But I mean, I don't mind them, because I like the actors and actresses for the most part, except for Barry's gonna marry his sister, which is a little weird. And they just kind of gloss over that because they're quote unquote stepbrother and stepsister. But I'm like, you're basically fucking your sister, bro. I mean, like, I know she's hot and all, but that's a little fucking weird there, Barry.
Hey, Game of Thrones made incest cool thing now. Haven't you heard?
And God damn it, I am proud to say
I didn't watch that shit.
I have seen less than 6 complete episodes of Game of Thrones, and goddamn Game of Thrones.
That's 2 more than I watched.
And goddamn Game of Thrones.
It started out good. It was only
I watched 4 of them and I slept through 2 of them.
For that fucking meme of, I think it was what's her name, Cersei, that's like, if you want a whore, buy one. If you want a queen, earn her. Now every basic bitch on the goddamn internet is posting that meme like there's something. It's like, bitches, stop.
And you know what's funny about that meme, Pete? You know what's funny about that meme? She says that line and then sleeps with the guy in the next scene.
Anyways, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the funny thing. She says that line, well, if you want a horse, go buy one or so. And then the next scene you see, she's dressing up. She just got done sleeping with him.
I remember people when people were trying to pitch that show to me, like, oh, you saw it was full of nudity and violence and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, yeah, so is The Sopranos.
Yeah.
And that was a better fucking show.
I will defend Game of Thrones. I thought Game of Thrones was a great show. Season 7, when they started getting too involved with the shipping, that's when it just went off the rails.
Like,
and
if
pretty
I
much
want
when
to
they
just
didn't have
watch
the
for
ball.
nudity, I'll just watch one of the hubs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's easier ways to get nudity.
Right?
Yep.
Plus, the Game of Thrones women, they started getting too famous that they didn't want to do nudity anymore by the time you got
Well, they do that
Yeah.
with most shows. I don't know if you guys the TV show that was on in YPD Blue. Remember that show?
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
That was famous
Yep.
for having a lot of
At Central.
nudity, prime time, and they basically did that just to get people to watch the show. But after a while, you realize it was actually a pretty decent show, and you
Mhm.
didn't really need the nudity to sell it anymore. And they kind of cut back on it after.
Yeah.
Right.
They do that with all of those HBO shows, dude. They did it with Westworld.
It's
You
just
know,
problem with HBO was
the
when they
season
realized
2
Game
had
of
like
Thrones,
way
they didn't
like
have much
season
time.
season 2 had like way less nudity than the first season. Yeah, they do that to get
Yeah.
people to watch the damn show because
They just want you to watch it.
they're following Shakespeare. They know sex sells. You know what I
They
mean?
know their
So,
reputation.
That's right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They know their reputation. If anything, you look at something like True Blood, which kept going the whole time, and they're like, "What happened? That show sucked. There was nothing."
Yeah, it was a pretty bad show. I
There was
remember I was
nothing
over
to
at my
True
buddy
Blood.
Brian's house. Him and his wife were just like, well, what fresh hell am I watching?
Yeah, dude. One of my
So
one of my
bad.
one of my boys was like that. He was like, "Dude, this show True Blood. Have you ever watched it?" I'm like, "No." And he goes, "It's about vampires and like the chicks are all hot."
He's
So I'm
like,
"All right,
this is a vampire and this is an angel. Whatever,
Nope.
dude.
yep."
I'm not with you.
I
That
did.
show sucks.
I watched one episode and I'm like, "Yeah, fuck this." I'm like, "Nah." I think it was like season 3 or 3. I think maybe.
It's like a naughtier version of Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah,
Just
nah.
Yeah.
nonsense.
Nope. I was like,
I remember
they
they kept trying to advertise it as Twilight Men, and you're like, "This is not for men."
No,
it was supposed to be
not
Twilight
even.
for Men. Like, closest
Nope.
thing to Twilight for Men is the Underworld movie.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
Twilight for Men.
I don't mind seeing Kate Beckinsale.
I
run around
love
that
Kate
goddamn-
Beckinsale, man.
I love Kate Beckinsale.
Love her.
Yep.
Love her. I would love to. I would have loved to have seen a crossover with Amelia and just them two playing their characters.
Yeah.
That would have been a great crossover. Never happened.
No.
Well, which
No.
direct?
Alice
Whose
Alice
husband?
versus whatever.
Whose husband gets creative control? That's going to be the problem.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah.
Whose husband's going to get creative control?
I can't say I like one better than.
I like Kate Beckinsale's character better than I do Alice.
I think
do not like the
hers.
Resident Evil
I
movie.
would say that the Underworld movies have better movies because
Yeah.
the Resident Evil movies are nonsense.
Yeah,
you
really. Only
Watch
the
it for
first two
Mila.
Resident
Yeah.
Only the first two Resident Evil movies, which are the only two that felt like the game, were good. The rest of them just felt ridiculous,
They were just
and they
set
really
pieces.
hate the game
Yeah.
characters for some reason.
Yeah.
Those movies like really hate the video game characters.
I went to go see what was the one where they're out in the desert in Las Vegas. That
That's
one.
3. I hate. That's the
I
one.
know.
Extinction?
I don't even
I got to
remember
see that one
one.
for free. Somebody came, like one of our vendors when I was working at GameStop came in with a pile of tickets. So I'm like, oh, all right, well, I'll take my staff out and we'll go see it. And yeah, we had a good time watching that. Just because we got to see it for free. Yeah.
See, you got it's the free. It's kind of like the Ghost thing with me. When you see it, for
It
free,
was. We
you're
were
less
like the only ones in
judgmental.
there. I'm like, I knew which I'm whatever. It's Mia Jovovich. I can.
Yep.
You know, it nothing about it offended me. You know, I mean, I wasn't. That
To me, it
invested
felt
in the
more
game
like it was
series.
trying too hard to be an X-Men movie. Once they gave
They
her
were. Yeah,
hours, I was like, yo,
it's
the
just,
final
it's like
battle
that
with
whole
her, the
series.
tyrant-
It's basically the
Yeah.
same thing that happened to the series. It started off as a game and then it became an action game. It lost its
Yeah,
roots.
the
You know?
video game started trying to be like the movie, which is kind of what messed them up.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you got 4 was okay, but by part 5, they tried to be the movie,
Yep.
and then
Yep.
it just went off the rails. And I don't care what people like Movie Bob says. No, as ridiculous as those games are, even the earlier ones, I'd still take 1, 2, 3, and 4 over those movies.
Well, Movie Bob obviously hasn't played the Resident Evil 2 recent version of it, so
He probably would hate it. I think he
think
game's
so.
terrible.
Man,
I
You told
miss
us those-
I miss the old Resident Evil games. Those were fun. Oh my god, those.
I was more of a Silent Hill guy.
I liked.
I
I
like
liked.
Eternal Darkness for the GameCube.
See, I didn't have a. I never got a GameCube. I did not have a GameCube.
When it came to horror games, the first 2 Silent Hill games, my blood pumped pretty far. You know, what I
Those
mean?
were some good games.
Oh my god!
I think I played the first one a couple times. I didn't really go
Those
that
games
far
are
in that
really
one.
good at building tension, man. Holy fuck! I
Because-
know something there in the fog, and I don't know what it is. I don't know how close it is. God damn it!
Was it Silent Hill or Resident Evil had the goddamn baby crying, or was that something else? I'm trying to think. Because wasn't there a scene where you're following
That's
these?
Silent Hill.
I think
Yeah,
that's
Silent
Silent
Hill.
Yeah.
You're following those bloody footprints, and that baby's crying.
Yep,
Oh
that's
my
Silent Hill.
God.
Mhm, that's Silent Hill.
Yep.
That
You
part-
had a radio, and it would squelch when
Yes.
something was close by,
Yup.
and that sound used to just like make the hair
Yup.
on my arm stand up.
yeah. That's
Yeah,
actually
Resident Evil had the jump scares. Silent
Yep.
Hill was the one that was legit scary.
yeah.
Yeah, Silent Hill had a scary story, like a
Yeah.
psychologically fucked up story
Mm.
behind it.
Resident Evil is just jump scares. As much as I like the game, they're
Pretty
just jump
much.
scares.
And
Yeah.
see that, like I always tell people, like the reason why I wasn't super crazy about the Resident Evil movie is, and that's pretty much my problem with most video games movies, is most video games are based on movies. So if you're making a movie out of a video game, it's like a copy of a copy of a copy. Shit gets lost in translation.
Mm.
You know, a Tomb Raider is basically Indiana Jones.
Yep.
All right, Resident Evil is it's Night of the Living Dead. You know,
Yep.
it's the same thing. It's just the same concept. I mean, you added a couple of things here and there, sure, but your shit's getting lost in translation because these games were based on, you know, Halo was based on aliens.
Yeah.
Like drew a lot of elements out of that. So when you turn these things into movies, they don't translate well because it's like a copy of a copy of a copy. It's not a new concept anymore.
Like Castlevania, the TV show, they had to do it differently.
Oh
That
my
was actually
God.
pretty good.
Castlevania
that.
got this
Yeah.
crazy
That was
storyline.
pretty
It's like,
good.
yo, when the
Yes.
game first came out in NES, Castlevania was just simply you versus
Would,
Universal
Yep.
Monster.
Castlevania on Netflix, would that be considered?
Not a movie, but it is a video
Okay.
game adaptation, and it's
Yep.
awesome.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
it is.
because I did like that. Yeah.
It is the best video game adaptation ever.
What did they
Yeah,
do? They
I
did
agree.
2 seasons of that so far,
2
Alex?
seasons.
I haven't got
Yeah.
to
Well,
watch
actually, the
I haven't got
Silent Hill movie that came out in 2006, a lot of people shit on it, but it's actually very close to the. And I thought it was
Yeah.
actually
The
pretty
second one or
decent.
the first one?
The first one. Yeah,
Okay.
the one with Sean Bean in it was actually.
He's in both of them.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I never saw
I
the
think
second
he-
one.
Well, no,
The
I think
first-
funny thing
the
is,
first
he
one
plays
was
a
at
different
least-
character in part 2.
It came off like somebody that at least played the game and understood.
Which
So-
I appreciate that.
Yes,
I think it's like
yeah.
Resident Evil. I'd be like,
It's
yo,
very
other than the first
faithful
two,
to the game.
you can't
like
tell,
right down to the music and the way you see the fog and the way the world changes and you go like the whatever you call it, the upside down or the underworld. It's been a while since I played those, but you know what I'm talking about. When the air raid siren goes off, everything changes. They recreate that perfectly.
Alright.
Did we scare off Tab and Monica?
Tap being said he had to go. Monica is probably, if she's awake, Mon, say something if you're awake, but she's probably sleeping or she cut. Yeah, I think she cut for the night. She's got to work in the morning, and
Oh,
yeah, and we've been going for almost 3 hours. So yeah, this is
Has it been that
yeah.
long?
yeah,
Oh yeah, it's like 11:30 here.
yeah. It's 11:30 where I'm at. So
We started.
Well,
we started like
we can
8:30.
bring it down. Yeah, we can bring it down unless you guys got it.
I am actually I'm about ready to
Yeah, I got work tomorrow.
I was ready to wind it down a
Okay.
little bit anyway because I was up so late last night and I want to watch a little I want to relax a little bit before I pass out in my chair. But I wanted to say this has been
Did you just go Canadian on me? You pass out?
a pass out?
Like-
Yeah, I think I did. I went because I'm going to watch Trailer Park Boys tonight. So
It's going to be
Oh, that's my
a boot.
show.
A boot.
wait, it's
What's that
hang on a
boot?
second. I'm the fucking green bastard, parts unknown, Alex. I can't wait to get in the ring and start fucking hammering people. There's my Bubbles as the green bastard impression.
Wow,
I
that
used to-
show is pretty good.
I used to do that when I did stand up before wrestling shows. When we would work bar shows.
I actually know a lot of Canadians, so I get a lot of that's why I defended Super Troopers too, because I'm like a lot of people aren't going to get these jokes unless they know Canadians.
yeah.
And they understand Canadian humor. Because all the Canadians I know thought that movie was fucking hysterical. So
See, I worked with a lot of
they're the ones that
Canadian,
told me to watch it, and I was like, "Oh God, this is funny." Yeah.
a lot of Canadian wrestlers. So yeah, I kind of get that. But yeah, I've watched Trailer Park Boys forever, so that humor is not lost
I
on
love
me.
that show, man.
Yes, dude. See, and I only watched it until season 7. I quit watching it after that because I started to get into like where they started putting like more production budget into it, and it lost its charm for me. And I'm like, the movies and everything up to season 7 were amazing. I'm like, I'll just leave it right there. Like, say goodnight to the bad guys and count down to Liquor Day.
I saw those. Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
dude.
They
Those
still make those.
they're fucking hilarious. But
Yeah, that show's
And
still
from what I
going.
understand, because
Yeah.
I got to catch up, I'm like 3 seasons behind because I didn't know they were still making them. I was like,
Yeah.
okay,
They're
this
still
is the
going.
end.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
and
they
people's
make
like, yo,
movies. They don't make
they
as
made
many
an
as they
animated
used to.
series now.
yeah, Snoop
Oh,
Dogg's in
Jesus
it. Like
God.
Yeah.
he was in it regularly for a while. Because that one
That guy
episode,
really is funny, though.
dude, the one episode
Yeah.
was great. They stole this propane truck and they were gonna fill it up with weed and they were gonna drive it to Moncton. And Ricky's like, we gotta get the fucking truck filled up with the dope and get it up to Monkeyton for the Snoopy Dogg show. And then they fucking flip the truck over because Bubbles can't see where the fuck, and he flips the rig over. Julian, my fucking eyes don't work. I can't fucking see shit. You know, I mean, that's, oh my god, that was.
Now
What
I
are you-
want to watch some Trailer Park Boys.
I know I'm gonna be watching that as soon as we're off. I'm gonna throw it on Netflix and watch some of that. But this has been, I was gonna say, this has been a great episode. Probably I would say our best live stream. I mean, we've done 4 or 5 live stream episodes. This is definitely the best live stream episode of the podcast we've done.
Yay! I was a part of
It
it.
has,
Yes.
and I
I'm part
want
of history.
I would like to thank Monica, and she's probably sleeping right now. So my awesome co-host Monica. We don't know who won SJW Bingo. We kind of went off the rails, but that's all right.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's all right.
We'll type the totals in the
Yep.
description or the
And
in the
and you know,
comment section. Yeah.
we'll end up playing that game again, and Tap and Die for coming on. And I didn't hear any magazines loading, but I'm sure he's slacked off a little bit because I sent him his copy back, so he's got a book to look over and he's got more writing to do now. Thank you to Alex Linklex7 for making his debut tonight, and I just want to say definitely.
Honk, honk.
I want you two to come back next Wednesday for it'll be episode 52, and it'll be a 4-person. We're gonna do a 4-person show that night. Tonight I didn't mind having 5 tonight because it was the 50th episode and we did it big. So, but we'll go back to a 4-person show and next Wednesday because I feel like we have a lot. We're leaving a lot on the table, but it's late and people have got stuff to do. And Alex has a job. See, look at that. Monica left. Now he's the only one that's employed on the on the panel again. Weren't we talking about this last week, Adam? Weren't we talking about this?
Yeah, it's kind of. It was our fault. We just went off on too many tangents.
No, I don't mind. And that really, like, I didn't.
I'm just as guilty of it as you this time.
We're
I
all
know.
guilty of it.
Well, while we're talking about that, let's go on.
But you know what?
Monica's gonna make sure we hear about this tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh no! For me, my friends, it will start at about anywhere from 6 to 6:30 in the morning. If I'm up that early, I'll start getting text messages, and it'll be, "Hey."
That's what Channel Dad likes about us. We doesn't have to say material. He should just let Pete and I just ramble.
Oh yeah,
it makes his job easy. Yeah.
Late. That's I said we can definitely do the fan cast now because we know how to run this deal. But yeah, Leip, he doesn't care. He just lets us go. He's like Frank. Frank used to get annoyed a little bit. You could tell. Like Frank would get annoyed. But
Frank would always let me know. Trust me, he never hit back. He'd always let me know.
Okay.
God damn it! Why'd you do that?
Yeah. He never like I IM'd him a couple times. I was like, dude, I'm sorry. I felt bad because I was like, I have a tendency to monologue. So, yeah. But every time
super villains do.
Yeah, I'm like, God damn it, you got me monologuing again. Look at you go. But no, so thank you guys, Alex and Groovinator, Adam, my brother from another mother. Thank you as always, man. Before the stream started, Adam was, of course, keeping me from another panic attack. But as usual, when it comes to using
it's all good. I'm paying
program.
it back from Friday. That's all.
Oh shit. But thank you guys so much for coming on. This has been the place to be, episode number 50, The Wokening the LGBTQ 1000, and more cringe than you can handle. You can find us on Facebook at The Place to Be
Peace out.
Reviews. You can find us on Instagram at The Place to Be Reviews. You can follow us on Twitter at The Place to Be RE1. Email theplacetobereviews@mail.com, the world's best mail. Please do not send dick pics. I answer those mails. So yeah, do not send those. I don't want to see them. So with that being said, I am Queen signing off of episode 50. Thank you everybody in the chat. Chris Wicks, the Appalachian American, Fire X, David Applegate. Let's see who else. I'm pulling the live chat back up right now. Let's see who's here earlier. I mean, thank you everybody. If you commented, Goober Brothers Entertainment, thank you guys. We'll be back. I promise I haven't recorded a video since Saturday, but I will have a couple up tomorrow afternoon for you. I still have that Fear the Walking Dead video. I'm kind of torn on that, and we'll talk about that at a later time. But I am Queen. I am gone till later on, and I will leave you with this. Be good to each other. Have a great day, and in case I don't see you, a pleasant tomorrow. Good night, people, friends, followers of the channel. Good evening.
.com.
Oh, there we go.